The evidence seems to indicate that we're watching Dolly Vision.
Dropping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King the Beat. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Mock the truth while live on air light. Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feels so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King the Beat. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Mock the truth while live on air light.
What's up, my beautiful people, and welcome back to the greatest YouTube show on the entire damn planet, Dolly Vision. It's good to see you beautiful people jumping in the chat room so quickly. We got a little bit of reverb going tonight. I'm trying to figure out this mixer, try to turn some of that down. There we go. Does that sound a little bit better? Okay, because we had to get a new mixer. We've been having some problems with the microphone and everything working and people's playback. So now I think we have it under control. Things have been working. I've been testing it for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or so. Do we sound okay out there to you guys? Everything sound good? Is this live? This is absolutely live. Okay, as live as it can be. Dolly is the best. Okay, you guys are great. You're looking very Canadian tonight, Dolly. Eh? Okay, you think so? Very Canadian. So I hope I'm more Canadian than the RCMP because they're terrible. But listen, tonight we're going to be talking about Rob Reiner, the latest update on that case, because we tried to discuss it last night. We were having a whole lot of technical issues going on with the phone calls and everything like that. Okay. So we're also going to be talking a little bit about Summer Wells, Sebastian Rogers, Jack and Lily Sullivan, uh, everything we can think of under the moon. Tonight is open discussion, open panel. So I have posted the link to join me here if you guys want to come up. Now, here's the rules as far as coming up. I want your hat. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We will set a goal and I will give this hat away tonight. How about that? How about that? Anybody want this hat? We get okay. This is what we if we reach the $100 mark in super chats, I will sign this hat and give it away. Okay. Once we reach the $100 mark in super chats tonight, I will sign the hat and give it away. All right. And now this is my personal hat that I wear all the time. So you get the good mojo and the good energy that comes with it. All right. So let me give my warnings. No, wait. First, you guys leave your DNA all over the like button. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Just in case you go missing and Dolly got to track you down, I'm going to need your DNA and your fingerprints all over that damn like button, people. Plus, it's Christmas time. What better time to like a video than the Christmas Hold on. I have a call coming in, and this is going to be my daughter calling this late. Absolutely. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, I'm back, guys. Now, listen, if you haven't subbed up the channel yet, sub up the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and of course, feel free to share my ugly face on any social media platform you choose. All right. Also, let me give my warnings. Dolly Visions for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories mixed with a little bit of comedy and a whole lot of chaos. So don't take nothing here as fact. It's just my opinion, people. The callers or panel guests tonight, opinions are theirs and theirs alone, not to reflect on the Dolly. And remember, everyone is innocent to proven guilty in a court of law, even the people we're talking about tonight. The biggest one of them all is do not, and I repeat, do not try to be Dolly at home. It's dangerous. Okay. So Rob Reiner, of course, we know now at this point, yesterday around 3:30, he was brutally murdered, him and his wife, Michelle, in the home by their son, allegedly Nick. Now, we knew this last night, but the police hadn't released it. People magazine had came out and released the fact that the son had murdered his parents in a heated argument. Apparently, they were at a gathering the day before, and something went down, an argument, and it escalated. I think it was at Conan O'Brien's party. I think he had a party, and Rob Reiner was there, and of course, uh, his son was there, and they started arguing. Now, people were unsure what the argument was over, but I guess it escalated to him taking about the father's life and the mother's life. Okay. I had to sit on the phone with Tiff until she got into her apartment. She was walking from her car to her apartment, and she wanted just me to stay on the phone with her because it's late and she's just getting home late tonight. So that way, if anything happened, I was on the phone to rescue her. I don't know what good that would do, but I could call the authorities, right? Um, so anyway, that's why you got to be good to your kids, right? Because if you're not, they may kill you. Now it's being alleged, now trigger warning, that he actually sliced his father's throat. Now I know that is horrible, and his mother. Now that's what's being alleged. Now we do know that it was a stabbing. You are a great dad. Well, thank you. I try to do what I can, so my daughter don't stab me to death. Okay, she's been already like, eyeing me funny and looking at the kitchen knife. So I try to stay cool with her as much as I can. So, Nancy covered a lot of this today. So we're going to be reviewing some of the Nancy Grace stuff. And like I said, if y'all want to join me to discuss it, you're more than welcome to click on the panel link and come up here. I'm really just testing everything right now to make sure the microphone sounds all right. And everything is working okay. Let me blow this up. Let me share this, turn on the audio. Boom. All right. Make sure y'all can hear this good out there for me and let me know. All right.
Beautiful wife, the mother of their 3 children, Michelle Singer. Straight out to Melissa McCarty, joining us, investigative journalist and author. Melissa, what do we know? I want to start with the discovery of Rob Reiner reports both his throat and his wife, Michelle's throat slashed.
It is devastating. Reportedly, their daughter, Romy, who lives across the street, made the discovery, walked in and saw her parents laying there dead from multiple stab wounds, and immediately called police.
Let me understand, Melissa, and I want to point out that his wife was the inspiration for the final version of When Harry Met Sally. Harry was based on Reiner, who befriended me very kindly when we were living in LA during Dancing with the Stars, and could not have been a kinder, more gentle soul and crackling with creativity and intelligence. He met his wife during the filming when they were prepping When Harry Met Sally, and he knew immediately he wanted to marry her. In the original version of Harry Met Sally, Harry and Sally didn't get together because it was based on Reiner, who was divorced. And after he met her, everything changed, and he changed the ending of the movie. And that tells me about their love story. You stated that their daughter, Romy, who lives across the street from them there in California, came over to her father and mother's home to discover their bodies. Is that?
Could you imagine that? I mean, that would be a horrible, terrible scene if you walked in and found your mother and your father deceased, but not only deceased, but basically with their throats cut. That would be, we heard yesterday that it was a traumatic, bloody scene, that it looked horrific is what was being reported. And I can only imagine what, the daughter is going to have to deal with for the rest of her life, seeing that image every time she thinks about her parents. Because usually when, someone passes away, your last memory of them is usually your best memory of them, that you remember the most. And her memory is going to be of her parents laying on the floor, stabbed and with their throats cut because of her brother, which is just a drug addict, right? And now, like I said, we don't know what this fight was over, but I guarantee you this, if it led to him killing his parents, it was over his drug addiction and him wanting money. I guarantee that this was over him wanting money.
That correct? What else do we know?
That is correct. And also, as you mentioned, they have a beautiful love story. They've been married happily for decades. They have 4 children. One of the children are from a previous marriage. And so Romy, the daughter who lives across the street, came in, found her parents lying dead from multiple stab wounds. As you said, their throats reportedly were slit, immediately implicates a family member.
For those of you just joining us, Hollywood legend Rob Reiner and his wife, both dead in their home.
Okay. And, I have been saying it for a while, especially in these missing kid cases, a lot of people think these kids just vanish. But usually the person that's going to hurt you are the people that are closest to you. Statistically, that is more likely that you get killed by somebody somebody you're acquainted with, or somebody that supposedly loves you, than a stranger. It's very rare that strangers kill you. It happens, but them are usually serial killers or somebody that just lost their mind and attacked somebody. But for the most part, it's always somebody connected to you. And like when we get into Summer Wells and Sebastian Rogers, Jack and Lily, I believe that is the case in all 3 of those stories, that it's somebody that's really close to them, like their mothers or their stepdaddies, or their father, that has unalived them. It's usually always a lover, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a cousin, a family member that usually unalives you statistically. So, I mean, you think about in all these cases, it's most likely that a loved one is responsible.
To Rob Shooter joining us, star of Naughty But Nice and author of a brand new bestseller, It Started With a Whisper, on Amazon now. Shooter, we lived in LA for a while when the twins were very young.
This dude's hair is wild. Okay. This dude got some wild ass hair. It looks like he combed that shit with a pork chop.
That place, it's like a jungle, and they're finding a genuine, loving, yet brilliant person like Reiner is rare. Let me say rare. amazing, just like his wife. We're learning at this hour that there is a perp in custody, and it is the family's very, very troubled, let me say, son, Nick, just taken in custody a few hours ago.
Now I'm hearing he does have a bond. His bond is set at what I heard was $4 million. Okay. So if anybody got $4 million, you can go get Nick out. But I doubt anybody's gonna get this dude out, seeing what he's done did to his parents. Okay, Smith, I have to see you in the backstage to bring you in. Charity Smith, I have to see you in the backstage to bring you in. If I don't see you, I can't bring you up. Okay. Because I have zero tolerance for trolls, and I don't know if you're a troll or not. I can cover the screen. Okay, I see you. I see you. All right, you can put your thumbnail back up, and I'll bring you in. All right, put your thumbnail back up, and I'll add you to the stage. Unless you want to be seen. Okay, there you go. Hey,
Okay.
How's it going?
Going good.
Okay, good.
This is great.
Did you want to touch in on this Rob Reiner stuff?
It's sad. It's heartbreaking.
Yes,
I
definitely.
didn't really know of him until I started doing research whenever I seen your video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I first heard the name, I knew he was a Hollywood producer, but I didn't know exactly what movies he had done. And I still have a hard time remembering him from Archie Bunker being Meathead. I just can't. It's been so many years since I've seen it.
Yeah, that's same with me. I had to go back and look at some of the shows also that he played in way, way back. I've
Yeah,
seen.
yeah. I haven't went back and watched any of his stuff, but maybe tonight when I'm done, um, I mean, I've seen some of his movies basically. Hey, do you have something going in the background?
Yes, the TV.
Can you turn it down, please?
Yes, I
Because
can.
it's playing music, and I don't want it to give us I don't want it to copyright strike us.
Is that better?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Uh, yeah. So he did. What is it? Stand by Me, and where basically where they go and find the body on the train tracks. When I was young, that was like one of my favorite movies.
Yes, I
So,
do remember that.
and to see that it's his own son that has did this to him, and it's got to be over money. What other reason? Because he's been battling drugs and homelessness, and what else would they have to fight about other than money? And his dad is worth $200 million, but I guess he wanted his son to earn his own money and his own keep and a little bit of tough love, and I guess that didn't work out as planned.
You can't really blame the dad for
No,
wanting that, but I agree with what you're saying.
yeah, and $4 million. He shouldn't have no bond, but this is going to be one of those real high profile celebrity LA court cases that I'm sure court TV and all that stuff will be all over it. And like people in the chat room are saying, money is the root of all evil, greed. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: if he wanted money from his parents, he'll never get it now because he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison.
Exactly. As
But
he should, though.
then again, this is California. They may give them 2 weeks in a movie deal. You just never know in LA.
That's true.
Yeah, it'd be like next week. People will be trying to get them out on TikTok. It's a weird world we live in. But hopefully they bury him under the jail. There's no excuse for what he did. Even as your parents, they deserve to live to their last breath, and he took that from them. So I hope he rots his ass underneath the prison where he belongs. I mean, I'm hearing that he confessed that he did it to the sister, that he had called and told her that he had killed him, and that's what made her go look. But now that's just
Wow.
rumor. I'm not positive of that. But I know she discovered their bodies yesterday around 3:30 p.m. and the rest is history.
That's what I've seen, that she had discovered them around 3:30. But she did say that her brother needed to be the prime suspect.
Yeah, yeah. And when they were giving the interviews last night, they wasn't really giving much out, and they had already had him in custody, questioned him. But at that time they didn't want to release nothing. But the mayor, and of course, listen, I know there's a lot of people out here that voted for Donald Trump, but he said some really mean thing about this dead dude. I think in a time when you ain't got nothing nice to say, you shouldn't say nothing at all. And
Agreed.
and I mean, you know, Trump took a chance a shot. He basically took a shot saying that he was an anti-Trumper and and that kind of led to his death. I just thought it was poor taste to do that, to say those things because listen, you don't have to respect a man when he's alive, but when he's dead, you should respect the dead. Like
Agreed.
yeah, it's no reason to insult the man when he ain't even in the ground yet, right? Like I thought it was pretty bad of our president to do that. I was like, okay, that's a little bad to say. I mean, even if he wasn't the president, it would be bad to say. If you don't like somebody, you never wish death upon somebody, right? I mean, I just think that's a terrible. I ain't saying that he was wishing death upon him, but he didn't sound too upset about him being dead.
And yeah, I definitely I heard about that also and
Yeah,
read what he had posted, and I agree.
yeah, and like I think when I was a kid, I don't never remember like presidents tweeting out shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like being on social media. It's a new era we live in where our presidents are on social media and saying stupid shit, right? I was
It
just like
is.
so. I mean, at the time that the election, I would think Trump was more right for the country at the time, but he says some stupid shit sometimes. I mean, like, oh my, it'll leave you shaking your head. Like, I cannot believe that man said that. But I mean, I guess that's everybody. I mean, Joe Biden was the same way. He would say stuff that would make you go, that would make your skin cringe, So I don't know. I don't think there's no perfect person out there, but I thought that was in really poor taste. Now I'm going to jump in this video. You're more than welcome to stay here and watch it with me and tap in as you want.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All right. And anybody else wants to come up, the link is in the chat. The mods have been posting it. Don't be scared. You don't have to show yourself. Just come up and join us. Add to the conversation.
Rob Shooter, the son, Nick, I say troubled, but tell me what we know about the son.
Very, very troubled individual. In fact, about a decade ago, his dad so wanted to help him and give him opportunities that they co-wrote a movie together about a troubled son. It was based on Nick's life. And Rob, when he was making this movie, said it was absolutely devastating, but really important to reach out to his son. His son was a struggling screenwriter. Nobody was really hiring him. So his dad hired him for this movie, and they worked on it together. Insiders tell me they become closer during this movie, but a lot of it was based on their relationship, how difficult it was. We know he suffered with substance abuse. He was in and out of different rehabs. We also know, too, that for a long time he was homeless. He lived in Texas on the streets. He lived in Miami on the streets. He even lived in LA on the streets. And I've been hitting the phones, like you, Nancy. Rob Reiner was really kind to me, and he didn't need to be. I'm a gossip columnist. What I do for a living is I tell the secrets of people in Hollywood. And this gentleman was kind to me, went out of his way. We're devastated today. We knew Nick had issues. His mom and dad knew he had issues. His brothers and sisters knew he had issues. But
I haven't seen Being Charlie yet. I haven't seen the movie. So, I mean, so many people have been talking about it and telling me they've watched it today and that I should watch it. But I've been so busy today with Christmas shopping for the family and stuff like that. And, the 19th, we adopted 4 elderly people at a senior living facility that don't have family. So we're going to go spend the 19th with them, and I had to buy them some Christmas gifts. So I was out shopping all day for them, and so I didn't really get a chance to watch it. But I may when I go to bed tonight throw it on TV and check it out. Have you seen it yet? Are you still with us?
I am. And I have not. I'm actually getting ready to look it up.
Are you? Okay. All right. Well, all right. I just want to check with you. All right.
Nobody could have predicted what has just happened.
As a matter of fact, the movie the two of them made together was amazing and heartbreaking at the same time. The film featured two very different agendas with father and son positions, and they were really diametrically opposed. The
Tubi?
son, who admittedly is a drug addict, wants to point out that recovery is a very long process that doesn't really end, where Reiner, the dad, on the other hand, is trying to seek closure, trying to make things better and move forward.
Tad it. I can see you. If you want to switch to your thumbnail, you can. Do you know how to switch to your thumbnail? There's a little camera. You click on it, and it'll take you to your thumbnail. Okay, that's your wall. Wrong button. There you go. There, that was your wall. Okay, you're good? All right, I'll bring you up the way you are. Hello, Tad it. Okay, I can't hear you. You
Hello.
must be. There you go.
I'm here.
Okay. I'm going to add you to the stage. All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Did you want to touch in on this?
Perfect.
Do you
I
want to touch in
do.
on this before we get in? Okay. Go ahead.
First of all, I'm going to say that I work with addicts every single day. I work in inpatient and detox.
Uh-huh.
And it's really sad, unfortunately, that I have seen personally where people are going through detox, or depending, I don't know what substances he's on. I did hear on a different program that he was homeless, and homeless by choice, and homeless in a variety of different places. Like, he was homeless in LA, he was
Uh-huh.
homeless in Miami, he was homeless in Dallas, I believe they said. So this is the direct population that I work with almost every single day. And I have definitely seen, depending on what substances they're on, if they've been up for days, if they're coming down, if they've been on a bender, that can create a variety of different behaviors like
Yes.
agitation, confusion, aggression. I've had patients flip out on me for like the simplest things that no one would ever get upset about, but they do because they're detoxing from substances. So unfortunately, the people that are going to get hurt most often is family members.
Yeah. And I'm going to touch on
And
this because last night I said that addiction wasn't a disease. And I take that back. It is a mental disease. But far as a
it is.
physical disease, it's not. But mental disease, I would say yes. It is a powerful thing that does control people and does destroy life. So I think I upset a
Absolutely.
few people last night when I said that addiction was not a disease, that AIDS and cancer, that's a disease, but
Mhm.
it is a mental disease. It's your brain cannot fight it off, and I see why people would refer to it as a disease. So I will give
Right.
y'all that it's a mental disease, and it takes a lot of
Well,
willpower to quit doing certain things, and these drugs are really powerful.
Well, it's not only that, but a lot of times people have co-occurring disorders as well as substance abuse. So, like, whether that be bipolar, borderline personality disorder, ADHD, they have different conditions that are aspirated by the drugs that they're using.
Yes.
So,
Agreed.
that's a big problem. And then on top of that, you have to get to the root of the problem of why people are using. You know what I mean? Is it stress? Is it family issues? Is it abuse? Is it neglect? Is it trauma? And if you don't get to the root of the problem, then people are going to continue to use to cover up those issues. So,
Exactly.
I think that especially in the last few years, substance abuse in general, counseling and therapies and recovery centers have gone to this different model about treating these underlying issues to try to get people sober instead of just
Yeah.
treating the fact that they're an addict.
And I think that's a lot of the problem why there's so many homeless people is because of the drugs. You can't just house a drug addict. You got to treat the problem first before you can
Right.
house them, And I think that we don't take rehab and drug addictions real serious in our country, far as low income drug addicts. I mean, if you have good
Absolutely.
insurance, of course, you can go to the
True.
Betty Ford clinic, but if you're poor, there's really nowhere for you to go to get help.
Well,
Yep.
I'll tell you this right now. The place that I particularly work only takes state insurance. So we don't take any
Uh-huh.
private pay. So we are working with homeless
Like
population.
like Medicaid and Medicare, stuff like that.
Absolutely. Yes. So, we are seeing people that are homeless and are chronically homeless,
Mhm.
but I see a lot of times that people are choosing that lifestyle because, you know, maybe they have consequences at home, or maybe their parents have kicked them out because they stole from them, or, there can be a variety of barriers of why they
Mhm.
are choosing to be homeless.
I
I
know a
mean,
guy that's not even a drug addict, and he every summer he goes and lives in like Venice Beach on a bench, like lives with the homeless people every summer.
hmm,
As a matter of fact, he was living in Vegas when I was in Vegas last time I went to Vegas, the time before last. But he travels all
in
over
the
the place.
sewers.
No, he wasn't living in the sewers, but he
Well,
was living on the streets.
yeah, the people in Vegas, they live in the sewers.
Yeah, I know the sewer people. I've seen
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah, that
crazy.
yeah. When it
I
rains,
actually,
they drown because they get trapped in the tunnels. I've seen a documentary on it on YouTube. The tunnel
I used
people.
to live in Vegas. I was stationed there actually. So, yeah, definitely crazy. But
But
now I live in,
there are certain people that choose to be homeless. They just want to live on the beach and like every winter he goes back to Delaware, but he travels all over the country homeless. It's weird.
and maybe some people don't see the homeless problem as big as it can be in certain areas. Personally, I live across the water from Seattle, and if you've
Mhm.
seen anything about our homeless issues here in the state of Washington, it is um, substantial, and I think that's because we're so expensive here in the state of
Mhm.
Washington. Um, but it's very
And I mean,
unfortunate and very
they had
sad.
them they had them open drug policies there in Washington where they were allowing people to do drugs right on the street and smoke crack and not arrest them, and like I just think
Yeah,
that's a bad example. Like, they got to stick with that zero tolerance policy. I mean, some people, I know this jail has saved a lot of lives. People that have went to jail, they're alive right now because they went to jail. If not, they'd have been on the streets doing drugs, dead somewhere in a ditch. But
right.
they got clean in jail, and then when they got out, they stayed clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Or we get a lot of people from jail into the facility, to do like a 28-day program, inpatient program, right when they get out, or they're being released to go to treatment, you know. But
Hmm.
a lot of times they have that over their head that says if you don't comply, then you will go back to jail. And there's a lot of people that do. So unfortunately, like at the end of the day, you have to come to the reason why people are using in the first place. So, as unfortunate as this is, it's a very sad situation, but you know, it needs to
Yeah,
be taken more seriously. You're
I don't
absolutely
think I don't think anybody goes into it saying, "Hey, I want to be an addict." It just, these drugs
not
are
at all.
really powerful and before you know
Hmm.
it, it's done grabbed completely a hold of you and took control, and you ain't even
Absolutely.
at the wheel anymore. You just a
Right.
passenger at that point.
All right, Dolly. Well, I'm gonna hop off here so I can go ahead and head into work. So,
All
have a
right,
great. But I
you be
listen to
good.
you at work, so just let you
All
know.
right, great talking to you.
Happy holidays for you and PJ and your family.
Same to you. Okay, so yeah, them drugs out here are horrible. They will grab a hold of you quickly. I don't think anybody goes into it thinking, hey, I want to be on drugs. But listen, it is a choice that you make, right? And you got to make better decisions. Some people, it may be peer pressure. Some people, it might be depression. Some people, it might just be simple boredom, right? That led them down this path or being around the wrong people, right? It like if you
Yeah,
get around, go ahead.
yeah, because I deal with that with my kid's father as well.
Yeah. And it's just like this. If you hang out in the barbershop long enough, you're eventually going to get a haircut, right? Y'all have heard that saying. It's the same thing. If you hang around people that are doing drugs long enough, you're going to end up doing those drugs unless you have extremely strong willpower, right? And a lot of people don't have that and they crumble to peer pressure. Like when I just use as an example, teenage days, I didn't smoke, didn't drink, none of that stuff. But all my friends would drink and smoke. And they would always offer it to me, right? Like, hey, you want to hit this or you want some of this, And I'd be like, nah, man, nah. So the peer pressure, especially, I think young is what leads you to a lot of these things, young people, because they can't fight that peer pressure. Where I'm a strong willed person, a lot of people don't have that same willpower that some of us have, and then they're vulnerable to this from just simply being around the wrong people at the wrong time doing the wrong thing, or just trying to experiment to see if they do enjoy it. And the bad thing is you better hope you don't enjoy it, because if you do, that's where the addiction comes. And I my buddy told me he was an addict before he even did drugs. That everything he did in abundance, so he knew when he tried drugs that he was going to be an addict. And I thought that was the craziest thing. Well, why would you do it? Because he had no willpower. He went with the program. Whoever he was around was doing these things, so he did it too. And before he died, and he is deceased now, he was what I call a drug addict. Usually drug addicts have one drug of choice that they do. My buddy was a drug addict. He didn't care what drugs he did. One night he may be slam drunk. The next night he may be on the H. The next night he may be on the big M. He was all over the place, and he knew he was going to die. Right? We sat down, me and our friends. We try to have an intervention with him, like you seen on TV, where everybody gets around you and tells you, "Hey." We called around trying to get him into a rehab facility and couldn't get him into a rehab facility. And a week later, he was dead. I mean, a week later. And it was sad because he was probably one of the funniest people I knew. There ain't many people that can sit there and constantly have me laughing, but I would just laugh at this guy. Laugh with him, but laugh at him too, because he was just a silly dude. And he was a big guy, but he was just a big goofball. And he had zero willpower. And we did everything we could to save his life and just couldn't. And it's sad, and that's what drugs do to you. They either lead you to prison or they lead you to the grave. So and then just think, then when you get so strung out, you start hurting other people, and this is what this Nick did to his father and his mother.
To some kind of a mysterious
You want to come up, Mab?
next stage where life resumes as normal after they all hit rock bottom as a family. But in the film they created together about Nick Reiner's journey through addiction, the two angles were never really reconciled at the end of the movie, the two made together. To Rob Shooter and Melissa McCarty joining us tonight.
And guys, if you're just tuning in, all right, I sound a little echoey to me, but I'll get used to it. I'll figure out this mixer before it's all said and done. Hit the like button for me, please. I think we got less than 300 likes, and we got almost 800 people in the chat room. So that means like 500 of you just walked up in my house and didn't knock on the door. Okay. The first knock you need to do is on that like button. It's absolutely free. We're running a special. Okay. Buy one like, get one like free. Okay. And this is your free like. So just hit that like button for me, and then shout out in the chat room where you're watching my ugly face from. All right, and Mab's ugly face, because Mab Investigates has just joined us. What's up, Mab? Oh Lord, can you hear me? All right, Mab has no sound. Sounds pretty good. Okay, I got some echo too. So check this out. Hello, hello. Wait, it didn't work. Hello, hello. Is there anybody out there?
I can hear you.
Okay, I know. I'm turning that echo off. The new mixer got like reverb and stuff like that, so it's a little weird. It's a little hard to get used to. I kind of sound a little bit different than I usually hear myself. So, I had to get another mixer because the mixer died last night. So thank God the Amazon guy, well, it was a woman, showed up today at 11 o'clock and got bit by Wrangler, my dog. What's up, Mab? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, brother?
Not a whole lot. I just got the mixer hooked up. The Amazon driver delivered at 11 p.m. And as soon as she did, Wrangler ran out the door because we had just got back from Walmart. So I left the door. I didn't shut the door all the way. So when the lady pulled up from Amazon to drop the mixer off, Wrangler ran out there and bit her.
Oh no.
Yeah,
that would be my dog.
Yeah, not good, because we ain't trying to get sued or nothing like that. So I told the lady, I said, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, but he got me pretty good." And but he didn't break. She wasn't bleeding. And I said, "Well, I'll whip him. Don't worry." And she was like, "Well, I got a Frenchie, but my Frenchie don't act like that." I was like, "Yeah, he's a little asshole." And she was like, "I'm okay." And I was like, "All right, good," because I was worried. I was like, "Oh my God." When I seen the door was open and Wrangler was out, and I seen the car, I was like, "Oh man, he probably done bit somebody." And sure enough, he had done bit the Amazon driver.
Oh no.
But I was thinking to myself, that's what she gets for being late. Okay. Because she was supposed to be here. My delivery schedule was between 5 and 10, and she showed up at like 11 at night. All right, who got the background stuff going on?
Probably my AC, or not my AC, but my heat.
Oh, that's your heat. It sounds like a
Well, I was
demon
standing over
whispering.
there by.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's jump back into this.
Melissa, as soon as the daughter goes over, the bodies apparently were not removed. The police go and get another search warrant to go back in and search the entire home. But it seemed to me, Melissa McCarty, almost at the beginning, that it was someone that Reiner and his wife knew. There was no forced entry. Correct me if I'm wrong on any of this. The burglar alarm did not go off. Either it wasn't set, they were expecting someone, or the perp knew the alarm code. And the two showed no real signs of struggle. There was no burglary. There was no sex attack, which points to another motive altogether. What more do we know about the scene? Straight to you, Melissa McCarty.
And you're correct, because when I first heard of this, there's been such a spike in crime here in Los Angeles with home robberies, home invasions. Your mind tends to go there first, but the property, it's pretty far up there. It's well protected in the Brentwood area. And you have to know, once you get into the details, someone needed access because of all the reasons you just mentioned. It had to be somebody that they know. And so there were, from initiation, there were immediate implications towards a family member.
The 78-year-old made some of the best known movies of our lifetimes. Stand By Me, my personal favorite. The Princess Bride, that we've watched over and over. A Few Good Men, Illegal.
Stand By Me was probably my favorite.
Yeah,
that was a good movie. He was like, "You want to see a body?"
Man,
they go walking down the tracks.
Yeah,
but
that was railroad tracks, right? Those kids.
Yeah, remember the dog? They go through the junkyard and they had the dog named Chopper. He's like, "Sick balls, Chopper, sick balls." The dog would always aim for your crotch when he bit you.
Yeah.
So they were scared of the dog. Yeah, they matter of fact, Corey Feldman, he's on tour with the dudes from Stand By Me, and they're doing like some Q&A, like Broadway type stuff where they're doing a little tour where you can ask them questions and they talk about the movie and just different stuff like that. I seen that the other day because Corey Feldman for some reason pops up on my feed because I'll be watching clips of his band that it's horrible. His band is the worst band ever. So
I just caught this news, earlier. I missed the earlier live. I was working on the old Bessie in my dump truck. So this guy and his wife got killed by their son.
Their son Nick basically, Gensued them.
Damn.
Yeah, they're saying that their throats were sliced, they were stabbed up, brutal, blood everywhere type stuff.
They had been fighting earlier at a party or something, and then over the weekend they fought.
Herbert family says, such a sad story. I hope Romy gets therapy because she will need from Jackie, Canadian friend. From Jackie, a Canadian friend. Well, thank you. Thank you, Jackie. And yeah, that daughter is definitely, because the daughter found their bodies. The son called the daughter and said that he had murdered the family, allegedly. She goes over there yesterday around 3:30 p.m. Cali time, your time, Mab, and discovers the bodies in the house. Now, he's worth $200 million. He lives in a huge mansion. Right?
You think he'd have hella security.
You would think so too, right?
But I guess for his own son, they'd let him in. I mean, he lived there, right?
Yeah, they were saying he had been staying there for the last couple of weeks. And that, I don't know, but they were seen at a party the day before, Saturday. And I think it was Conan O'Brien's party.
Conan O'Brien, yeah.
And they were arguing and it got loud, and they don't know exactly what they were fighting over, or they didn't specify, but security did an interview. I didn't see the security interview. Can anybody send me that possibly to my Facebook? I mean, was it security at the gate, or did they have security in the house? Because some people have security that's not in the house. They just on the perimeter of the house. You know what I'm saying? They have like they're in a security shack. Yeah. And they're not in the house. So if somebody in the house kills you, they don't know. They're guarding people from getting into the house. But he was allowed in the house. From what I'm understanding, he had been living with them for the last couple of weeks. And he had been, on and off homeless in LA and Texas and Florida and just all over the place. But that's crazy to be homeless and your father's worth $200 million. That's a little.
I would have just given him $1 million and said, get the hell out.
I would be lying and saying, Dad, I ain't on drugs. I just need a condo down here in Florida. Like, can you at least hook me up with my rent? You know what I'm saying? Or can you rent it for me? And then that way, I can't use the money for drugs. Why would you be homeless when, like I might not give him cash because cash could get him, and dead. But if I would at least go, okay, well, look, I'll get you a place to stay. And, from there, you need to supply if you're going to be doing drugs, you better supply your own damn drugs, but I'll get you a house and a car. And the rest of it's on, what I'm saying? I mean, you do what you can for your kids. I wouldn't let my kid be on the street, but at the same time, I wouldn't be a crutch for them to do drugs off of either,
Right.
So I can understand the situation because, at a point, it may have been like that. He may have been helping them, but you got to get to that point of tough love where you're like, look, I'm cutting you off. If you don't stop, I'm not helping you anymore. And we don't know how many times he got to that point either, So
like the addict has to get to their bottom, whether that be death, prison, or whatever.
Yeah, you got to want to quit. It's hard to get somebody
you have to want sobriety, you know what I'm saying? And to want sobriety more than being high is a tough choice for a lot of people. Absolutely.
And especially when people don't care if they live or die.
Yeah.
Then they're just like, they turn to drugs, right? They just turn to drugs. And I had a friend like that. This girl I knew, real close to me. I know her since I was a little kid, and she had lost a child and got super depressed, and she turned to hard drugs. And I asked her when she was clean, I said, why did you get hooked on drugs? I never even knew you to do drugs. She said she was so depressed, she didn't care if she lived or died. And she started doing hard drugs to fight her demons.
That had a baby and was sleeping with the baby in her bed. Like she should have been in a crib, right? Little baby, like, you know, pretty much newborn, a couple months old.
And what rolled over onto the baby? Oh man.
Died. And they were talking about infant death syndrome and all that, but we all knew what happened.
Yeah.
She kind of went crazy after that.
And like I said, my friend, she later on, she relapsed and they found her in a shower with a needle hanging out of her arm.
Damn.
Dead. Yeah. I've known her since we were little kids, and she was my neighbor. But it was horrible. Like, you know, cause I've known her so long, and to see her go through so much and how different she changed, because I'd never known her to do drugs. And then she started doing drugs, and then she started stealing, like, from people's houses. And then she went to prison. Then she went to prison. Then she got out of prison, was clean, and was actually babysitting, and went into the bathroom and died. Yeah. Yeah, bad. Like, totally bad.
I got a list of stories like that.
Yeah. And like, so, I mean, usually when you're on those things, it only leads to two places, usually the graveyard or prison, you know?
Yep.
All right, we'll kick into this a little bit.
Thriller.
All right.
When Harry Met Sally, it goes on and on. His list of hit movies is amazing. And Rob Shooter, I've never heard one bad word about Reiner or his wife, who's very, very talented photographer. Never a bad word. You know how, you know better than me, when there's a big celebrity, you go, okay, what do they really like? And there's always a story, and it's usually not very flattering, to put it mildly, very mildly. Not him.
I once asked Rob, I was interviewing him and talking with him, and I asked him, and I was like, what is the secret to a happy marriage? And he looked me right in the eye and he said, marry someone who's happy. And it was that simple. They were happy people. They loved their lives. They were very privileged. They'd worked very hard. They'd made a lot of money, and they enjoyed lavishing their money on their friends, on charities, on doing good in the world. They were a great couple. You said it earlier when you were out there doing Dancing with the Stars, Nancy. It's a cesspool. I live here in New York for a reason. My business might be better if I lived in Hollywood. It's just not the kindest place. It's a place about me, and now. And this was a gentleman, this was a couple that were about all of us. And so you're right, Nancy, whenever I go to a dinner party, whenever I'm out with friends, they all want to know, what was that celebrity really like? What was it like working for Jennifer Lopez? What was it like hanging out with Britney Spears? With Rob, he was a legend because these films touched all our hearts. We all remember watching When Harry Met Sally, the scene at Katz's Deli. These were legendary moments. And I think we felt as if we knew him too. And so it is just heartbreaking. Once again, Nancy, there's always a devious, a bad story to tell. Not with this couple. I didn't hear one.
Melissa McCarty joining us, investigative journalist and author.
He said, if you want a happy marriage, marry a happy person. That makes sense. I mean, you know, if you marry a mean person, you're probably going to have a rough time at marriage. If you marry somebody that's happy, go lucky, it may work out a little bit better. What do you think about that, Mab? Did we lose you? Mab's having internet signals tonight.
No, I was out getting the dog
out. Oh, okay. All right. Happy wife, happy life, dear Mab. Is that true?
That is true. Very true. Behind
And he
every
said,
good man, there's probably a better woman.
There you go. He said that the key to a happy marriage is to marry a happy person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't want to marry somebody that's miserable. You know what I'm saying?
You get these people that, you know, find each other attractive, you know, but one of them's broken and the other one's happy, and one's going to fix the other, right?
Yeah, every woman thinks they can fix a man.
I can fix him.
Yeah, that's how women think. It is. It's true. Every woman in here thinks they can fix a man.
You can't fix shit.
Well, usually when dudes get to a certain age, they're kind of set in their ways. I mean, much as you think you can change them, you really can't change them, right? They may fold and give in a little bit, but they won't never change.
They may change on their own due to life.
Time, yeah. But women go for the worst dudes ever and think, oh, I can fix them. I mean, it's true. Yeah. Y'all date a dude straight out of the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? For murder. Be like, oh, he's sexy. Look at them tattoos on his face. And next thing you know, you strangled in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
Like that Wade Wilson guy. So many women are like, oh, he's so hot. Do you know he strangled 3 women? He was beating his girlfriend when he done it. You know, they take out of consideration how horrible of a person is because he's sexy, right? Like, I would never want to be with a sexy woman that was just a piece of shit person. You know, as a man, I'd be like, oh no, man, you can be beautiful as hell on the outside, but your insides are ugly as can be.
I remember in high school, some of the hottest chicks were probably the most crazy.
Yeah. That's usually how it works. Hot chicks are nuts. That's usually how it works. All right.
Thank you for being with us tonight with this devastating news. Very often we watch people on the screen and we think, are they really like that? I believe that Reiner's movies really showed what was inside of him. So many of them left you feeling upbeat and happy. It's escapism, but yet with a threat of reality. In the last hours, we know his son, troubled son, has been taken into custody. What do you know, Melissa McCarty?
Well, there are early reports that there was some kind of argument that ignited inside the home, and that's when it escalated and he grabbed a knife. He is in custody, held on a $4 million bail, but police are still investigating what they were arguing about, how this occurred. I want to mention that Nick Reiner is very open about being in and out of rehab since 15 years old, and he has struggled with sobriety since. And so you have to wonder, Nancy, what was the tipping point? As you said, Rob Reiner, he really shaped the culture from film and TV. He seemed to have this loving, big heart. What happened in the home to get it to switch to where his son chose this path? A son that was supported by his father for years.
You know, another thing, Melissa McCarty, who is an investigative reporter and author, Melissa, people refer to him as Reiner's son. I'd like to point out he's 32 years old. He is a grown man that has lived off his father his whole life. His father has put him through, I forgot how many rehabs, 16 or 17 rehabs to try to help him.
Yeah, his father was just over it. I think that guy was just like, yeah, I ain't helping you no more. I've done everything I can do for you. And that was it.
My ex-wife's best friend went through 16 or 17 rehabs.
Wow. Did you hear that?
Kid she's ever had.
Did y'all hear that? My new mixer has a sampler on it. I was just seeing if
you got a mixer. That's who you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I ain't got it all figured out yet, but it has samples on it. Like that was the laughing one, right? When you said they went through all the rehab, yeah. And then there's like clapping, like, hold on, let's see if I can get it to do it.
I think I got a super chat.
Yeah, I don't got that up there yet. Not yet anyway. These are already programmed, like let's see. Like that one. There's a few different ones. There's some crows too. Hold on, I think this is crows.
You remember Rob Reiner's Meathead and All in the Family?
I did, Mike. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to remember them, and I was going to go back and watch some of it today, but I never got a chance to. So yeah, everybody was
Meathead.
saying Meathead. Yeah, I remember. I mean, the only person I really remember from the Archie Bunker is George Jefferson.
George Jefferson. Yeah, the Jeffersons.
Yeah, because that was a spinoff from Archie Bunker, and I always watched the Jeffersons as a kid.
The Jeffersons I watched. All in the Family, Johnny Carson, you know, all that stuff.
I never really watched. I watched like repeats, like reruns of Johnny Carson, like here and there, but I never really watched Johnny Carson live.
Yeah, I used to watch him. A little bit older than you, though.
Yeah, I missed that whole era. But then there was the time where I would sit around with my mom and we would watch Nick at Night. So I watched all the old shows like Green Acres, My Three Sons.
Green Acres is the place.
Yeah, and I would watch like the Monkees and I Dream of Jeannie, and
I was always looking for them chicks in that water tank. You know, like
what was the dude? One of these days, Alice, the Honeymooners. That's it.
Jackie Gleason.
Yeah, Jackie Gleason. And I would always watch I Love Lucy with my mom. She was a big Lucille Ball fan. Yeah. And so I watched like every episode of I Love Lucy. Ricky, you got some explaining to do. So I did get a lot of old TV in, you know.
Those were cool days,
back in the day, yeah. And of course, I watched all the Star Treks. I'm not a real big Star Trek fan, but there was a time where I didn't have cable TV, and I would just have Star Trek playing while I read books. So I watched like every Star Trek episode because it came on right before TV went off at night. So I'd stay up to midnight every night or 1 o'clock, and the TV would eventually go off and play the national anthem.
Yeah, and go into Fuzz.
Punky Brewster, I used to watch. I met Punky Brewster not too long ago. She was at a convention that I was at. So, yeah, all them old shows. Some of them were really good. I think old TV, some of it's better than Gilligan's Island was good. I think some of it was better written than it is today's shows.
Mary Ann or the movie star?
I can't remember exactly what
Mary Ann. She was the hottest.
Is she the redhead one?
No, she was the brunette.
Okay, I can't remember right off like exactly who they are. I would have to see them and then I could tell you.
Yeah.
Alf was good. You remember Alf, the alien Alf? Somebody was selling a doll on Marketplace the other day, an Alf doll, and I was like, man, I like to have that. Just to add to my.
No Alf.
You don't remember Alf? He was a little furry alien with a big nose, and he was and he lived with his family. He was like a puppet, and yeah, it was called Alf. That was the name of the show, and it was like a little alien guy.
I was probably out shooting my friends with pellet guns.
Oh, pellet guns, yeah, I hear you. But my favorite show of all times, like out of everything, is got to be Married with Children. I would watch every episode.
MASH was pretty good.
MASH was all right. I watched some of it. I wasn't like a super big MASH fan. What was the Hogan's Heroes? Remember that one?
Heroes.
Yeah, Hogan's Heroes, MASH, where they were in that Nazi camp.
Yeah,
prisoners in a Nazi camp. Yeah, I would watch that. What was the superhero dude that couldn't fly? Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Had that song. What was
I remember the song. Was it like Robin Williams, was it?
No, it was like a curly blonde hair guy, and he was like a superhero but didn't know how to use his powers. He was trying to learn how to fly and shit.
I remember the song.
Yeah.
Or not, I'm walking on air.
The plane. That was Gilligan's. That was what was that? Fantasy Island.
Yeah,
that was Fantasy Island. We got a little squirrel here. We don't want all old movie, but I mean, we're talking about somebody that did old movies. We done got into TV shows now, though. You know.
Yeah.
Full House, loved that. Full House was okay. Luke from General Hospital passed away today. Okay, I wasn't never a big soap opera fan.
My mom.
That's it right there. Rose got it. The Greatest American Hero. That was the name of the show.
Yeah,
I remember it now. The Greatest American Hero.
Love Boat.
Love Boat was good. I watched a lot of Love Boat episodes. Yeah, you know, TV ain't like that now. Could you name a bunch of shows from now?
No.
I really couldn't. I mean, there's shows on Netflix I watch. Like I watch Squid Games. I watch.
Media has changed a lot.
Yeah, and like loyalty to TV shows have changed. Like because you had to be there like every Friday night or every Thursday night to watch it. Now you can just binge watch it on Netflix in a night. You know.
Remember old Jack Bauer and whatever that series was? 24 Hours.
I might have been before my time.
No. That was just pretty much recently. Me and Mrs. Mab used to watch it when we first got married. Like long binges of the 24-hour series.
Oh, I used to watch Weeds, Breaking Bad, of course.
Breaking Bad.
What else? The Walking Dead. I've seen every episode of The Walking Dead. What else was there?
But I was not a big TV guy. I was always out doing real life. You know, I didn't spend a lot of time watching shit.
Yeah, that's usually how I am. I was a real big, huge fan of The Walking Dead, though. So I would take every Sunday and just make sure I had that day cleared and planned around The Walking Dead. I just
to watch football or basketball and baseball.
Yeah.
I was never like I had to watch a football game or anything like that.
Yeah, like when I was young, I used to love sports, but something when I got about 16 or 17, I think it's when I started was more worried about chicks.
Yeah.
I gave slam up on sports and stopped watching all sports. I was back in the Joe Montana days, 49ers.
Oh yeah.
I was a huge sports fan.
We were top of
college basketball, everything, baseball. Now I don't watch none of it but the UFC.
We were on the top of the world back in the day with the 49ers, Jerry Rice, and Joe Montana.
Yeah, I used to love sports back in the day, man. And I try not to watch it because then I don't want to get into it, you know, because it may grab me again. I try to stay away from it.
Amazon Prime comes up with the football every once in a while, and I'll watch it.
Yeah, I watch the highlights, you know, occasionally, but I couldn't tell you one football player right now. I couldn't tell you one baseball player. I couldn't tell you one basketball player. You know, so all these people are like, what is that one dude that everybody's in love with on the basketball now? I can't even think of it. See, I don't even know who he is.
Caitlin Clark of the WNBA.
I don't even know who that is. Patrick Ewing. I don't know who these guys. I don't watch it anymore. I can tell you who every UFC fighter is. Boxing, I still watch.
I've been getting into UFC, but the lightweight division with women, like Dakota Ditcheva is one of my favorites, and Inoue, the Mexican guy, the Mexican monster.
In the UFC?
Not in the UFC. These are different
organizations,
yeah.
Oh, but MMA fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I follow you. All right, let's jump back in this. We got a little squirrel off subject.
Now he is booked as of tonight on a $4 million bond, as Melissa just told you, and he will be charged with murder. Now, you mentioned something, Melissa, about felony murder.
Right. He's being charged with felony murder, being held for $4 million. And, you know, my heart goes out to this family because I keep thinking about the daughter, Romy, who had to walk in and not only see the devastation, her parents murdered, but then to know immediately. There are reports that she instinctively knew who was responsible, and what to go through that emotionally, to know another family member did this, another sibling did this. You know, it's heartbreaking. And this family brought so much joy to the world with the films and the televisions since the 70s. And I think this family is just now starting this journey of accepting he had this past, in and out of rehab, in and out of homelessness, sobriety, and what happened to get to this violent stage where he just found that he just thought that he had to do this. And that was the option that he chose, to grab a knife and reportedly slit their throats, his mom and his dad, in their own home.
Rob Reiner was married to Laverne from Laverne and Shirley.
Really?
Yeah, I used to watch Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, I used to watch them.
I didn't know that was his wife. Is that the wife that passed away? Or is that the wife he was married to just recently? No, because his wife now is Michelle. So is that Laverne's real name, Michelle? Not quite sure.
The film that Reiner wrote was about his son, Nick Reiner's battle with addiction and the viewpoints from the parents versus his viewpoint about how he was treated harshly and how he was treated unfairly. The film, Being Charlie, was directed by Reiner, and his son, Nick Reiner, co-worked the movie with him. We are also learning, Melissa McCarty, that the Reiner's throats were not just slashed. They had
Penny Marshall directed A League of Their Own. Is that the one with the girls playing baseball where they were like, "There's the coach. There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball."
I'll be right back. I'm gonna make me a soda.
All right. Is that A League of Their Own? All right.
had multiple stab wounds.
Multiple stab wounds, Nancy. You know, my brother struggled with severe addiction, and you mentioned a different point of...
Tom Hanks is in it. I think his name's Jimmy too. There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. She's over there crying. That's a good movie. Don't it have Madonna in it? Yeah, it has Madonna in it.
You, from the father, the mother, the addict, and it is a complex, emotional, difficult, ongoing situation that will last a lifetime. What was the tipping point? What happened in this scenario? Was he off the wagon? Was he sober at the time? It doesn't matter. The point is, he chose to do this, allegedly picking up the knife and attacking his parents multiple times with the knife. And now investigators need to comb the relationship.
Okay, Sage, I'm glad you posted that. So everybody's been asking Dolly what I want for Christmas, right? If you want to get Dolly something for Christmas, see this link that Sage posted. That's my travel fund. Just donate a few bucks to that travel fund. All right, because that's how I get out to cover these cases. So like usually everybody sends me horror movie stuff, but if you want to get me something this year, just, throw a few bucks, whatever you want, into that traveling fund. If it's $5, $10, $20, $100, 10,000, whatever you want to do. I'm just kidding about the 10,000. But if you want to throw a few bucks into that traveling fund for me for Christmas, thank you guys. That would be what I really need is, because that's what tears my pocket apart is when these cases go off, like, California and different stuff like that. So I save all that money. So when I have to travel, plane tickets, and so I don't have to stay in crack hotels. Okay. Because they got bed bugs. I don't like bed bugs.
In the years past and the hours up to it with the siblings and the family friends, and see what led to this actual moment. And as I said, felony murder, $4 million bond. And
I'm hearing now they have dropped the bond, so he has no bond. That's the rumor. That's the word.
If he is being forthcoming with detectives, we'll have to find out. Has he confessed? Is he speaking at all? We'll have to see how this plays out in coming days.
Tell me about their neighborhood, and I have a reason for asking, Melissa McCarty.
The neighborhood in Brentwood, it is a very nice neighborhood. This is roughly a $13 million property. It's well guarded. And so when you first hear about it with some of the home invasions here in Los Angeles, you have to think twice because of the property and the high walls and the gates. Who had access? Is it property to easily get onto if you weren't invited? Is it something where you can just scale a fence or scale a wall? But this seemed to be a very secure property, and that whoever was going into the home was welcomed and that they were invited.
For those of you just joining us, the son of the Hollywood legend, Rob Reiner, and his wife, Michelle Singer Reiner, is behind bars being held tonight after Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner both found dead in their LA home. We have learned this not only from Melissa McCarty joining us, but from the online jail records we have just viewed. Both found stabbed dead in an apparent homicide. According to police, friends, and family, no one has been allowed to speak. Everyone is being told by police not to speak as of right now. Melissa McCarty heading back to the scene right now. Rob Shooter, back to you. Rob Reiner had just finished. This is Spinal Tap Part 2. He reprised his role and went back to Spinal Tap. And I don't know that I've ever seen a person's persona like Reiner's so clearly shining through from the movies that he created and directed.
Yeah, if you want to know who this man is, who this man was, watch his films. That's what his friends have been telling me today. I knew that I would be talking about him today, so I reached out to people close to the family. I couldn't get to any family members today, but I did speak to some friends, and they said, enjoy his films. This is his legacy. And this was another thing somebody said to me, Nancy, and it really struck me. I'm angry. I'm really angry today. And the friend of the family said to me, you can be angry, but also have some compassion. They loved their son, Nancy. They loved him deeply. And this is going to be so difficult for people to hear as more and more details are revealed about this brutal butchering. This was a murder. They loved the guy that killed them. This is their son. And I believe their family believe that they would want us to have some compassion here. As hard as that sounds, Nancy, that's who.
Yeah, I mean, even if you disagree with his political views, you know, we got to put a little respect on him when he's gone. I mean, you supposed to honor, respect the dead.
He had the typical Cali views.
Yeah, he had typical Cali views. But did you see what Trump posted about him?
No.
Oh my God, it was pretty brutal. It was just like he was a Trump hater, is what he said, and it led him to his death. Trump said some crazy stuff, man. I was just like,
Trump,
damn.
Think more before he pops off.
Yeah. Like he just has like he don't
Imagine
give
if
two
he had
F's,
no
right?
filter at all.
I hope. What filter does he have? It seems like he has no filter. Who disrespects the dead? I mean, that's terrible. I mean, that's just not
disappointing for sure.
Yeah, like he could have worded that better or not said nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He didn't have, if he wasn't going to say nothing good about the man.
Don't say anything at all.
That's right. Or wait a little while to after he was dead and be like, well, you know, he was on the wrong side of the, you know, the political spectrum. There's a lot of things he could have said, like, you know, rest in peace to him, even though we didn't agree in politics. He will be missed, and prayers to his family. You could have said something like that. That's respectful. You know?
I was just looking up Trump's last night. I went on a Trump history binge, all the way from his great-great-grandfather coming over from the Rhineland to Trump.
Oh, well. Somebody needs to, like, he needs me to, like, to come be like, nah, don't say that. He needs me as a PR person or something. I don't know. I'd be like, yo, Trump, man, I don't think that's a good thing to say.
I mean, he's just a once in a lifetime kind of a president, you know?
He just don't give a shit.
Exactly.
Right? Like, I mean, and he don't have to, because, you know, he ain't got to worry about getting reelected. This is his last run, so he can say whatever he wants to say now, and he's doing that. Like, I mean, he ain't playing.
He's ended like 7 wars already.
Did you hear about them busting this? Did you hear about them busting this terrorist ring called the Turtle Island Liberation?
Yes, I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, ain't it? They're trying to mess with our island.
King of Turtle Island. What the hell are you doing playing with my shit?
I don't know if you want to walk around with a Turtle Island belt on now, man. You might be a left-wing terrorist.
You're coming on knocking on my door.
we're like, hey, are you part of Turtle Island? No, not that Turtle Island, right? I don't know what Turtle Island they
Dolly's
from.
thing.
We're going to change it to Dolly's Turtle Island because their Turtle Island is full of left wing homegrown terrorists. I mean, I was like, when I seen that, I was like, the FBI raided Turtle Island.
Were they
What
going to
the
have a
hell?
bomb the beaches or something?
I don't know. I was kind of surprised by that. I was like, what's the odds of that? You know, we the Turtle Gang. We ain't the Turtle Gang Liberation.
No, Army, no.
Yeah, that's some left wing stuff. I think we're more right wing turtles. I don't know. We might be in the middle somewhere. I don't know.
I'm a centrist.
Yeah, like good Lord, like that was pretty bad. So if y'all ain't seen that yet, guys, there's the FBI just busted a terrorist organization. They were going to plant boom booms in LA at the businesses on
4
New
different
Year's.
beaches.
Was it beaches?
I thought it was beaches, and it was going to be
I
like
thought it was
New Year's Eve.
businesses. I thought it was New Year's Eve at some like multiple businesses, not beaches. You might be old and have bad hearing, ma'am. I don't know. I thought they said businesses.
I just saw one quick blurb about it.
Why would you want to plant boom booms on the beach in the wintertime?
Well, if beach establishment could have been.
I mean, I heard it was businesses, but you know, either way, they called them, and it ain't gonna happen now. So they fooled a terrorist plot and
Boiled it.
Yeah, and it was from the Turtle Island Liberation, a left wing, homegrown terrorist cell.
Liberation Front.
Yeah, Turtle Island Liberation Front. I was like, oh hell no, right? They couldn't have came. I'm gonna hit them with copyright infringement as soon as they get to jail, right? I'm like, hell no, dude. I came up with Turtle Island. Y'all gotta go on with that. All right, back on track.
Who he was, that's who his wife was too.
Rob Shooter, I agree with you that they would want the justice system to have compassion. To Sydney Sumner joining us, Crime Stories investigative reporter. Sydney, in many countries, someone that is caught red-handed in a double murder, they're dragged through the street and strung up in the town square right then and there, or their heads chopped off, or their hands are chopped off when they are known to have committed a crime. Having him put behind bars and probably having a psychiatric hold on him and free mental evaluations and probably living behind bars potentially for the rest of his life, many people would view that as compassion. Rob Reiner, I believe, was 78, his wife 68, when they were stabbed multiple times, their throats slashed in their own home. What more?
Julie said, hey, Dolly, I got my order today. Thanks, you and PJ. Things are still on sale, 50% off with promo code Dolly Rocks, one word, all capital. I went to the post office today and shipped off like, I don't know, 25, 30 packages. So in the next couple of days, some of you guys may be getting your orders. I got all the t-shirts printed. I got a few more I still got to print, but the t-shirts that were recently outstanding, I got out. I still have a couple ones from Turtle Island left to do. Turtle Island Liberation, not really. But I got a couple Turtle Island with shirts still outstanding, and I got to get those out. And then I'm going to get your belts out to Mab and Miss Ann. Well, Mab gets the Turtle Island Championship belt. Miss Ann gets a different type of belt. She gets your badass Miss Ann belt.
Yeah.
So it won't be a turtle. It'll be something we designed special for Miss Ann.
He gets the battle axe belt.
The battle axe belt. Yeah, I got to come up with a whole different design for hers. And Mabs, yours is the Turtle Island logo with you and your wife's pictures on the side. What color do you want your belt, Mab?
Teal.
I don't think they got teal. I think they got white, green, black, red, blue, and they have like a snakeskin one, I think. Black. Okay. What you got color preferences, like trim color?
Black and blue.
Black and blue. I like
Wait,
it.
what are the
Okay.
Turtle Island colors?
Green. It's gonna have the green turtle on it, but you want it to go green, trimmed in green?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
black
right.
and green's cool.
Black and green. All right. All right. I'm gonna get on that sometime before the end of this week. So it hopefully it'll be out to you by. I doubt you get it by Christmas, but you'll probably have it before the new year.
Sounds good.
All right.
Or Sydney Sumner, do we know about Brentwood? The Brentwood neighborhood is like its own small town to itself, a kind of set aside, apart from LA. It's got gorgeous natural beauty. That's why people want to live there. And the reason I care, Sydney, is because the place is.
All right, we got Gypsy B in the back. Do you want to leave your camera on or do you want to turn it off? You can turn it off if you want, Gypsy B. All right, there we go. Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. I'm calling in. I just want to give you a FYI. It's not about the case, but it's something I'm really concerned about.
Okay. Is it Mab's face? It ain't nothing I can do about it.
No, it has to do about you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I've heard you talk about you not breathing good at night.
Uh-huh.
You're going for your sleep tests.
Uh-huh.
And I need you to understand how serious this is.
Oh, Mab knows all about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll shout from the rooftops because my 26-year-old daughter
Uh-huh.
had sleep apnea,
Okay.
forgot to put it on one night. It was in July 2020, and it was her birthday the next day, at her 26th birthday. Forgot to put her CPAP machine on and didn't wake up the next morning.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yeah, and she left 2 little kids behind.
Oh my God. Well, they didn't make my doctor's appointment till March.
They said that was going to happen to me if I didn't get my maxillofacial surgery.
Yeah, well, I just want you to know, I mean, I scream it from the rooftops every time I hear someone, saying, I can't wear this thing or whatever, but I need you to know that it's very, very serious.
Okay. I mean, I took it serious because as soon as PJ started talking to me about it, I called my heart doctor. They made me an appointment and the lady called me back, but she said my appointment wasn't until March.
For a sleep test?
That's just the consultation. And then I got to go in, I guess, for the sleep study.
Yeah. And the sleep studies
Those also
easy.
take forever.
The sleep studies are easy. You go and they hook you up to a machine. You bring the machine home and you just sleep with it on and you take it back the next morning. It's not a big deal.
Oh, okay.
Choking out 480 times every 8 hours.
Yeah, but my thing is this is like they made my appointment so far away.
Yeah. You should maybe see if you can get a private appointment sooner. I know I did the sleep study. I take CPAP, and when I took my study test, my oxygen goes down to 67% at night.
I mean, you can buy one on Amazon, but they're like $900.
Yeah, I know.
I just gave
but
one
my oxygen goes down to 67 per night. And my daughters, they said, would have gone down to 60 because once your oxygen goes down to 60, your brain shuts off and then it stops your heart or something.
Anything
so you cannot go below
60%.
Well, thank you for scaring me to death tonight because I still have to go to sleep.
Yeah, well, I wanted to scare you because I just really needed you to know that. I mean, my daughter was only 26.
Yeah.
And healthy,
I'm sorry to hear about your daughter. That is horrible.
Yeah. But
That
when I
is
heard you
horrible.
talk about it, I thought somehow I have to get a message to you to don't just blow this off, please.
Well, I wasn't, like I said, I had reached out to the heart doctor and called him and and been trying to set it up. So, but
I hope that makes you get that surgery, friend. I can see you chewing on popsicle sticks.
Well, I'm not doing all that.
Well, they didn't do surgery for her, but
I always seem to tend to breathe, but but it's yeah. I was hoping they would have set it up sooner too.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
You
say
ever
if you
wake
could
up
get
and
set
seem
it up
like you're like,
sooner, or if you can pay privately to get a sleep study done privately. It's worth the money if you can do that. But yeah, it was just something that has been bothering me since I heard you say that, and I thought, no, I'm gonna call in
Well, I mean, I've been doing this forever, so I mean, it ain't like, I'm hoping that's the case. And
you'll be all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Right? I'm hoping I'll be all right. I don't want to be freaked out about it when I go to bed tonight. So usually, the tireder I am, the worse it is.
Mine was so bad. They told me I was probably going to die of a stroke or a heart attack.
Well, see, my daughter, I think she was extra tired because she had just had a baby. And so, I think with feeding the baby and being up and she left 2 small children.
Wow.
But she had just had a baby. And I think that's what happened was she was so extra tired, maybe, that she fell into a deeper sleep at the time. And, was just exhausted. And that's when it happened.
How many, once you get your sleep study, how many times per night did the thing go off?
It doesn't tell you. It goes back to the
doctor.
The CPAP place that's monitoring you. So I mean, they haven't called me with any concerns.
The sleep study will tell you how many times you stop breathing during the night.
Oh yeah, I can't remember how many times they told me during the night, but only that it was going down to 67, and if I went down to 60, that was it.
Way too low.
Yeah. So you can drop me. It's just that 60s, I would feel bad if I didn't tell you.
I mean, I sleep under the blankets too.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I usually have my head covered up.
Yeah, I do that too.
Just don't wear a mask when you go to sleep.
Don't wear a mask. I don't plan on it. I don't plan on it. But thank you for making me paranoid. I got 3 months before I go.
Okay, well, I needed to tell you that.
Yeah, and I told the lady if anybody canceled to call me so that I could try to get in there sooner. But I'll give them a reminder. Like I'll call up there and I'll be like, hey, if y'all can get me in sooner,
Okay, yeah, because a lot of people will say, "Oh,
because I got to go somewhere my insurance. I got to go somewhere my insurance covers." So, they recommended me. The heart doctor recommended me to this pulmonary. Is that how he said?
Oh pulmonary. Yeah, they will do pulmonary tests, and that's just sort of breathing tests. On I think there's 2 or 3 different machines, and then you'll get your thing hooked up to you to bring home for the night.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, all right. I'll make it 3 months. Don't worry. I got this. Hopefully.
Okay. You can drop me now. Thank you.
All right. Peace. Okay, Mab. Now that she done freaked me out, I'll be thinking about that shit when I go to bed tonight. I'll be like, I hope I don't die. Right. But yeah, like it scares
I didn't know you
people.
had sleep apnea or you haven't. What's going on?
It's just I stopped breathing in the middle of the night.
How many times?
I'm sleeping.
Or you don't?
I mean, I don't know. I guess a lot.
Yeah, they were saying I was every 60 seconds I would stop breathing.
Every 60 seconds?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the doctor said, dude, if you don't get shit done quick, you're gonna die.
Oh man, that ain't good. That's like I don't think it's quite that bad. I'm not for sure because I'm asleep.
Right. I didn't know I had it that bad.
Well, I'm just saying if you gotta go, MGL's in the back. All right, let's see what MGL is talking about.
Oh
Lord, that's a different MGL. This is Michelle. So I don't want to mess up her name. Hey, Michelle.
It's Sab. Hey.
Say it one more time.
Sab. A. K. Sabotage.
Sabotage.
Thank you.
Sabotage.
Oh my
Sabotage.
God. You are not going to die. Oh my
Like
God.
sucker and succotage.
Sabotage. Sucker and
Sabotage.
sabotage.
What's up, Sabotage?
What are you doing, Dolly?
I'm just lounging, trying to get comfortable.
You are not going to die. Oh my God.
I'm not. I know. I do have some sleep problems though that I'm trying to
Okay,
get
so do
fixed.
I. Everybody does. You smoked and you smoked, right? We are getting older. We have lung problems. You are not going to die.
Well,
Whoever that woman is,
I think
We
I've been
all
breathing
gonna
like this
die.
for a while.
right? No shit. So have I. So
You know,
no offense to the lady that was talking to you.
maybe that's why
Bless
I'm
you.
brain dead. I ain't been getting oxygen to my brain.
Yeah, no joke. We all are getting brain dead. That's all that pot you smoked in the after years. Right?
You
For
don't
real.
smoke no more.
Right? And
Yeah, I
to the
haven't
lady that
smoked
was
in
to the
years.
lady that was speaking to you before, no disrespect, ma'am. But whatever happened to your daughter was a freak accident. The person that I bought my house from in Pine Mountain owns a sleep study thing,
Uh huh.
right? And I did the sleep study test, and he's like, "You're not going into REM sleep, blah, 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 blah." Well, yeah, I couldn't go to sleep. And I take
Uh-huh.
sleeping meds now, right? And I'm lucky if I get 4.5 hours of sleep. And I'm on that sleeping medicine that they,
Don't
whatever.
name it. We don't want to. We don't want to say no
I don't know what
medicine.
it, no, whatever it is that them women take and they
Yeah.
drive around all night and they don't know where they
Yeah.
are. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get 4 hours of sleep on that shit. I mean, we
Oh.
all have sleeping problems,
Well, I mean, I've
right?
had insomnia since I was a kid.
Me too. I
You
mean, I
know.
just can't sleep. I get on heavy sleeping meds and I mean, could probably drug an elephant, but I'm lucky if I get 4.5 hours of sleep. I mean, I've always
Oh,
had sleeping problems.
no, I mean, I can't go to sleep till my brain shuts down. But
Exactly.
when I sleep, I can sleep 30 hours. I can sleep for days if I want to
Right.
sleep.
I have a problem of getting my brain to shut down too. I could stay up sometimes for like 3 days straight and I don't take no drugs. It's just my brain won't shut down.
Yeah, that's how sometimes I get
There's
like that with
a
my brain just
I know
won't
it's
turn off.
crazy.
I
Right.
was
It
like
just
that
won't
too,
shut
but
down.
I figured out a way. You got to kind of figure out a way to shut that off.
I watch alien, boring ass alien things now, and
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm being serious. When my son passed away of SIDS, he passed
uh-huh.
away in the middle of the night. And so my brain doesn't shut down at night. It's messed up. But I mean, y'all know I'm crazy. But I mean, that's the truth. John passed
Oh,
away
I
in the
mean,
middle of
I
the night.
believe it because I've been
Y-
the same way since I was young. Like I will run until my whole body shuts down and I collapse, and then I'll sleep for like a whole day, and then I'll get up, and it's once I get where I'm on a system and it's working, I try to stick with it, like because my schedule will get off so bad so
Go
quickly.
easy.
Me too. If I don't like if I stay up all night and then like I don't take my sleeping meds, then boom, I'll be up all day and then I'll be up all night. And then my system's like, okay, we're not gonna sleep for another day unless I take the trazodone and the
Oh,
No,
no naming
meroxicine.
medicine,
no
Oh,
no
sorry,
naming
medicine.
sorry, sorry,
medicine.
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Unless I take the medicine that my doctor prescribes for me to go to sleep. But
Yeah,
no, I have the same problems. My brain just doesn't shut down. And you're gonna
yeah.
go through the sleep study and they're gonna give you the same test they gave me. It's just you just it just
Yeah, well,
happens.
I know they're gonna put me on a machine to breathe. I mean, I already know that's coming, but
It's
it ain't.
weird. It's nothing. It's nothing.
I ain't too worried about it anyway. If it helps, maybe that's some of the reasons I'm a little sluggish during the day or a little tired.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
But it's nothing serious. I don't know why that almost scared you.
I think you should get that operation, Dolly, like I did.
I ain't getting no operations. But yeah,
No,
I
man.
just so I've been taking my health real seriously. I'm on day 5 now of no soda. I'm drinking water. Okay. Um, I've got a treadmill that I'm gonna start walking on the treadmill.
Do
I'm gonna
that
start.
liquid IV. I love it. Because I hate water.
What are you drinking?
Liquid IV?
Liquid IV? What's
Mm,
that? That sounds like water.
Sounds like
mm,
saline solution.
no. Body armor. The one I like is body armor. Strawberry. I think it's strawberry guava.
Yeah, but that
But
has a bunch of sugar and stuff in it too.
no.
I'm trying to get off
Well,
the sugar.
no, there's no sugar in it. It's high in
Oh,
sodium though.
Yeah, I can't. I got a low sodium. I had a heart attack.
Yeah, that's true. That.
Yeah, so I've
But
been
anyway,
drinking
yeah.
water, and right now I weighed myself tonight. You ain't gonna believe how much I weigh.
How much you weigh?
Guess. That's a guessing question.
I
Guess, chat room.
can't. I can't do
How
that
much
on
you say,
live.
man?
200 pounds.
I
I ain't
am
going there.
exactly 200 pounds.
You
So
have gained some weight.
I'm about 203.
I am 200 pounds. That is the heaviest I have ever been.
Well, see, and I
That's
said this.
badass,
I said
man.
this on a comment like last time I was in your live, right? And they deleted my comment and timed me out. I was like, "What the fuck?" Um, I said that relationship suits you well, that you've gained weight, and they thought I insulted you.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody gains a little weight when they get in a
I
relationship, I
know
guess.
that.
But
I wasn't even dogging on you until I timed me out and
but
deleted my comment.
it's not my natural weight. I'm heavy for sure.
You,
That ain't no doubt.
okay, yes, you put
And
on some dolly pounds.
yeah, I put on some dolly weight for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. And it's basically in my belly. I've got a little bit of a
Yep.
belly now, but
Right?
like I
Don't
said,
do those Ozempic.
it's the soda. Stop naming medicines, woman. Stop naming
Fuck, I'm
medicines.
sorry.
Listen, so I stopped drinking sodas. I think it's a lot of the sugar. I'm going to start a workout regimen. My New Year's resolution is to get back down to my walk around weight, about 165. So,
Right?
yeah, I'm a small guy. I'm carrying a lot of
He
extra
was,
weight,
yeah. Okay,
which is
I didn't
not,
want to say that. I've known you for like
yeah, like
3 to
if
4
you, if,
years.
like if you
Yeah.
look at, like, let's just say this dolly right here. Hold
Savannah.
on.
Let's look at Savannah.
Where's the soap commercial? Like,
Find
look,
find a Savannah picture.
hold on. This is a good version of dolly here.
Get us.
Hey guys,
Hey
have
guys,
you washed
have
your
you
ass
washed your
crack
ass
and your
crack
titty flaps
and your titty
today?
flaps today?
Is your soap leaving you a little bit dry? And your clam just a little bit crusty? If that's
So that's now I look like I ate that dolly.
Find a Savannah picture. You were healthier there. You were too skinny
Yeah,
in that one.
I was
yeah.
down to 155 during that surgery, and now
No,
I'm
this
200.
yeah, the Savannah picture. You were healthy. You were way too skinny. You look like you hadn't lost your virginity yet in that picture.
Well, I mean, there's a version. If I get too skinny, like if I like if because I would say my average weight is at natural, like high school, would probably been about 155, 145 pounds,
You look good
150
at
pounds.
180, 185.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
165 is about where I'm not bone skinny, but I'm not I feel my best at probably
You're about the
165.
same height as I am, 5'8", right?
Yeah, 5'7".
Yeah, I'm good at like 110, 115. Everybody tells me I look like a meth head. No, I don't. That's like my good weight that I'm happy at.
Well, you can tell your natural weight. You like because
Right.
it's and like I would say I'm a natural 165er and
Right.
or a little
160,
less.
70, 175.
So yeah, as long as I'm cutting out I went and got me some keto bread today. I'm trying to cut out some of the bread, definitely the butter, the sugar, the fried foods. I ate a salad tonight.
I got some really bad news. I'm gonna have to cut out the ice cream.
You going to get? I love ice cream too, man. That's a hard one. That's a really hard one.
It was my last day to Mrs. Madman. I ran down the
So
store.
we may have a morning workout session with Dolly, true crime workout. Okay.
Yeah.
Where y'all come and y'all exercise with me for an hour in the morning to keep me motivated. Right. So
there you go.
But
Bowflex out there I've had for 40 years. I'm still on the Bowflex.
Are you? Okay. Go ahead. What did you want to ask?
Is Mav the one that does like the videos on YouTube with like trying new things or like when it comes to like making things?
Like fabrication?
Yes.
I do that. And
More fabrication.
I need to do one channel called Mab Lab and the other channel called Mab Investigates because I've been doing fabrication live on some of my lives.
What, like making parts from machines?
No, just like doing some welding and, you know, fabricating stuff.
Michelle was a bodybuilder. You was a bodybuilder, Michelle? Did she drop down? I think she did.
I think she
Okay.
did.
Yeah, I may do an hour live workout session. I don't know. I got to find me a good YouTube workout for old people, you know, and then I'm going to take it from there. You know, an hour a day workout, and I'm going to try to cut back on the sodas and eat a little healthier and all that good stuff.
I get plenty of exercise working on my stuff around here, but I've been eating too much ice cream.
Well, I mean, you got to remember my job is YouTubing and making soap. So I'm kind of just always sitting around. So I need some exercise anyway. I mean, I walk around a lot. I just don't do nothing else. So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But, you know, we're going to try to change that up a little bit coming up here in 2026. So I've already started really technically the diet and then the cutting out the sugar. I wasn't going to do it until the first of the year, but then I was thinking, well, if I wait to do it, I might not do it. Why don't I do it? If I'm going to talk the talk, let me walk the walk. Yeah. So I started instantly and just, I've been drinking water ever since. I did drink a couple small Gatorades, but other than that, I haven't had any soda, no Coke, no Pepsi.
I told myself this was the last time I'm going to get ice cream, and I got three tubs.
What's up, Flavor? Yeah, I usually get ice cream too, man. And when I was at the grocery store tonight, I didn't. I got healthy stuff. I got bananas, apples, strawberries. I've been snacking on strawberries a lot late at night for the last week or so. I kind of like strawberries. So
Strawberries are good.
Yeah, so I've been kind of doing that kind of thing. So I just got to keep it up. If I can keep up what I'm doing now for the next 30 days, I'll be back down to my normal weight. I'm pretty sure.
It's going to take me a little longer to get about 180.
I mean, I can easily drop 30 pounds like it ain't nothing, you know, because I've done it. I used to, when I was fighting, when I was entering BJJ tournaments, MMA tournaments, I was dropping weight fast. Like I got it down almost to a damn science. I was dropping 20 pounds in like a week. So
trying to make weight for the fight.
Yeah, trying to make weight. The lower weight class, the bigger you are. So I was dropping down to 140. While I was fighting, I had to be at 149. So I was walking around about 165, but I was cutting weight to 149. It was hard, but I could do it. And so I know I can drop the weight. It ain't even that much because you carry 20 pounds of water weight on you.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of the weight is water weight. So because I've been drinking so much water the last few days that I'm thinking I'm gaining water weight. But water weight, all you got to do is sweat that out. So you know, that's easy to drop water weight. It's hard to drop the fat. So I need to cut the fat, drink a lot more water, and then cut some of the water weight, and then I'll be back down to my natural weight. You know, so, and, you know, plus it's better for my cholesterol, my health, and all around general, you know, keeping me alive. But I can't go too hard because I'm a little paranoid about going too hard because of, you know, my health problems. So I got to be real easy and just slowly do it. I don't want to rush it.
Your heart wasn't really damaged, was it, during the heart
attack?
No,
it wasn't damaged. They told me it wasn't damaged, but you know, you still have that paranoia that sits in the back of your mind that says don't go too hard, right? And I think the fear is still kind of there.
Yeah.
So I did go to physical rehab like after I had the heart attack. I went in there and they put me on a treadmill. And, you know, I ran, walk fast, swiftly, couple miles a day. And then I did lift some weights and they had me on the exercise bike. But they monitored your heart the whole time. You're there. Dolly, I really like your stream of you buying those kids Christmas gift. God bless you. Thank you, Flavor Day. No problem. That was a lot of the Turtle Gang too. We raised money to do that. We also bought 15 families Thanksgiving dinners. We bought, so far, we've helped 8 families for Christmas. And then I'm going to the old folks home the 19th, where I've adopted 4 old ass people that we're changing their last name to Vision. like Mab. But we're gonna go in. Well, you know, they got my daughter's friend works at a place where, you know, these older people, they don't have any family, so they spend Christmas by themselves. So the 19th, we went out today and bought their Christmas presents. Me and PJ did. We went out and I got some shoes. I got some socks for this old man. I got him a nice hat. I got him some sunglasses, some shirts. We got Tiffany got the lady. So she got a turban. I don't know, a bunch of turbans. Tiff got her a bunch of turbans. I don't know what else Tiff got her, but the people I got blankets for, socks for, slippers,
How
shoes.
old are these people?
In their 80s.
Yeah.
So they up there. You know what I'm saying?
I studied all my parents, and they're all in their 80s.
If they don't make it long, I hope they save their receipts. I can take the stuff back. I'm playing. But no, we're gonna we're not just gonna give them gifts. We're gonna hang out with each person for a little while. We can try to spend at least an hour with each person, and because there's 4 of them.
I love talking to old people.
So we're going to be there for at least, like I told the kids, Tiff and Ava, I said, we're going to be there for at least 4 hours, you know, an hour with each person. I just don't want to walk in, hand them a gift and leave. I want to sit down and talk to them, get to know their story a little bit, that type of stuff.
The old people got some interesting stories.
Yeah. It's 3 men and 1 woman, you know, so we'll see how that goes. And we're doing that the 19th, the morning of the 19th. So I'll be at the old folks home that day, hanging out with people, giving them gifts.
That is one day after baby Mab's birthday. That's my ex-wife's birthday.
Yeah. And then we're still going to do, I think PJ is talking about doing the Christmas dinners where we give away some Christmas dinners. And that's why they kept the Give Send Go up, is because we're going to do some Christmas dinners too. I don't know how many, because, you know, Christmas is in we ain't got much time to raise to do much of that. So I don't know. I tried to tell PJ, I was like, I think we've done enough. Is it 10 days?
10 days.
Yeah. And I tried to tell her, I think we done enough. We got to, you know, we got so much stuff going on as far as our family and things to do and shopping. And it's kind of hard to maintain everything, but she wants to do it, we'll do it, you know. So, and that's what she said, she wanted to do it. So yeah, I'm just kind of in it to win it now at this point. So I don't know how many people it'll be. It might be just 1 or 2 people, but we're going to help some families on Christmas. So if you're struggling this Christmas and you need Christmas dinner, write PJ, tell her your story at pjvision22@gmail.com, and you never know, we might buy you Christmas dinner.
There you go.
So that's how you do it. That's all it is to it. You ain't got to send us nothing but why you're struggling, and you know you ain't got no food in the house, you know. And we're gonna at least get a couple people. So all right, back on track. So this dude here, I'm gonna go ahead and skip off of this. I think we went through enough of this that basically now they're kind of just repeating their damn selves. And it's sad, man, when you're dealing with people that are on drugs. You have to be careful, because usually they just steal from you. They don't usually kill you, but you never know, depending on what drugs they're on. You know, if they're messing with,
apparently this young man snapped.
Yeah, if he's up on them ups and he ain't slept in days, he's probably delusional, thinking bugs are crawling on him.
Imagine if your old man had 200 million, was helping
and
people,
wouldn't get
helping people out all around you. Your sister had a plaid across the street worth a few mil.
Yeah, and you got
black sheep, right?
That is horrible. I mean, it's horrible.
Can't seem to get it going, and I just snapped and said, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me.
Yeah, I mean, he took that life of that person and then threw his life away in the process, because, now he's going to prison and there ain't nobody to give him any money or take care of him now. So he kind of messed himself up on that one.
I guess his sister's going to be rich.
His sister's going to be filthy rich. There ain't no doubt about it. Somebody's getting that $200 million, and it ain't going to be him, you know. So unless his sister feels sorry for him and tries to help him,
But there's a royalty stream, you know what I'm saying, that comes in.
Yeah, but to him, maybe not to him.
To Rob Reiner?
I mean, to Rob Reiner, yeah, but
those
not
streams
to his
will still
son.
be coming in just to the estate.
Yeah, but the son won't get that.
No.
I mean, what if you're in the wheel and you unalive somebody? Does it go to you?
Yeah.
It does?
I don't think they can change the will just because you killed them. It doesn't say how you have to die, does it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his will says, but if he wills his estate to him and then he kills them, does he get his
the Menendez brothers, right? They killed their parents. They didn't get any money, did they?
Yeah, they did. They got all the money.
See?
Yeah, they got it. They got all it. Remember they bought the Porsche, they bought the Rolex, and the dude flew across the country and was playing tennis and shit. They didn't have none of that before their parents died. The parents were like, go get a job. And they were like, nope, you touched my butt. I'm killing you. I mean, that's basically what went down. I mean, they had every opportunity in the world to move, and they didn't.
I never
they were
got
18.
really deep into that case, but on the periphery.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad what happened to him because I do believe it's true. I do believe the dad at this point was doing some things to the children, but at the point of 18, you could have got away from that.
Yeah.
You know, and they chose not to. And because at that point they wanted the money. Yeah. And they were like, okay, we're going to get this money. They done did us dirty and we're going to do them dirty. And that's just bad. I mean, two wrongs don't make a right. Any way you look at it. I mean, I was raised better than that two wrongs don't make a right.
As a man, you got to make your own way and you got to set yourself up. You know what I'm saying? So
what he should have done is got away from his parents and reported his father. Is what he should have done, but that ain't what they did. They
his father for money. That way he
sued him, in a civil suit. But then you chose to be greedy and murderous and kill your father, which some people be like, well, that's what he gets. But no, he deserved to be in prison. Is where he deserved to be. But it ain't nobody's place to take his life. But the court system, if they choose to do that for the charges, you know what I'm saying? So they went about it the wrong way, and they'll have to live with that, every day that they sit in prison. So, check the given link 403. I watched the Netflix. It was so graphic. I watched the Netflix stuff too on the Menendez brothers. Yeah, I thought it was pretty, brutal that, they were hung jury the first trial, and then the next trial they were convicted in an hour and a half. And it was right after OJ, and they blame OJ for it. They're like, because OJ got away with it, that they didn't want to let the Menendez brothers go. So they kind of blame OJ for sitting in prison. And I'm thinking that's yeah, I mean, it was a weird time for the court system because they did just let OJ go for murder, so.
I remember that day, everybody was cheering and shit.
And you know why they let him go, I think? Because they didn't want people to riot and burn down the town. I swear, my vibe was that.
They knew what happened with Rodney King.
Yeah, and they were so scared of riots and shit. And it's just like, to me, it's like, burn it down. But this dude's going to prison.
They burn their own shit down, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, they the ones that got to rebuild it. You know what I'm saying? I don't live on the West Coast. Let's burn it down. It ain't my problem. So I mean, but I think that's what they were scared of, was rioting and all that. They were preparing for it, and they let them go. And I think that was, in hopes of avoiding the chaos that was going to come with that. Like, it's, I don't know, different time. I mean, to let people go for murder is, like, I think the death penalty should be national. Yeah. Right? I don't think if there should be safe havens for killers, right? Like, how LA don't execute you, Virginia don't execute you anymore. And we were number 2 behind Texas.
In LA and be out on bond and the next morning.
Now, the states you don't want to mess around in is Texas and Alabama. You mess around in Alabama, they'll gas chamber your ass, nitrogen gas. They ain't playing. That sets an example. Alabama, you ever guarantee you don't get too many murders in Alabama because they seen what happened to the last dude, right? So I think that should be across the board nationally. If you take a life, I'm just an eye for an eye kind of person. I believe you deserve the death penalty, and it should be something way worse than you did to somebody, right? Like you, or the same way you took that life. Like if you stab somebody, I think you should be stabbed. You shoot somebody, I think you should get the firing squad.
Well, that's what they do in the Middle East countries. You know what I'm saying? In Saudi Arabia, you steal something, they're chopping something off.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see too many people running around with their hands missing either because they ain't stealing nothing.
That's right. They don't play.
Yeah, I mean, you really, really have to be tough on crime, and like so many people are getting away with crimes. You would think in 2025 you couldn't get away with crimes, but look at some of these people on the list I got up here, like the Summer Wells case, Don and Candace, probably two of the dumbest ass people on the planet. In a good way. I don't mean no harm in that. I'm just saying, and they got away with whatever happened. I don't know exactly what happened. It's hard to say, but whatever happened, they got away with it. And you got like Sebastian Rogers. I think them families know more. And I don't think Sebastian Rogers, I don't think Katie and Chris are stupid. I think they're smart. Yeah. And they're a little bit smarter than we thought they were. And as far as Jack and Lily, Canada dropped the ball on that one.
RCMP.
Yeah, they completely dropped the ball on that one because there's so many red flags in that one. But without no evidence, it's so hard to convict in some of these places, right? And they don't have
need to bring back the waterboarding.
Trust me, if you could torture people, we wouldn't have so many missing kids. I mean, that sounds crazy. And here's the thing is this, you talk about bringing it back. They didn't stop it. They just don't do it in America. They send your ass to Guantanamo Bay and do it. Gizmo, right? That's crazy to me. I mean, if you're going to do it there, you might as well do it here. You're still doing it.
Thing is that torture doesn't really work because if they're trying to get something out of you that you don't know,
because it violates
anything to make
it violates the Geneva Peace Convention of we won't torture captive people.
I've heard from people that were, interrogators that if you build a rapport with them, you'll get more out of them than you will if you torture them.
The hell if you will. Give me immunity.
With torture hanging over them still.
Give me immunity and put me in a blowtorch in a room with any of these families. And I guarantee you when I walk out, I'll tell you where those kids are.
That's right.
In a matter of minutes. It won't even take long. Because as soon as I walk in with the torch and they know I ain't getting prosecuted, they're going to tell it. They're going to tell it quick. They're going to tell shit you don't even want to know. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, look, I walk in with a torch and be like, I'm going to tell you now, I've seen every hostile movie they made. You got 5 minutes. And just that 5 minutes, you better spill your everything you got. Because after that, you ain't going to be able to say shit.
Tape recorder in front of them, hit play, hit record.
Here you go. You got two options. You either walk out this room or you don't. and I wouldn't feel bad about it or nothing. I just wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't need an executioner's mask. I would pull the switch on your ass. Yeah. As long as I know you're guilty, right? As long as I know you're guilty. Now, I wouldn't want to see an innocent person executed. Right. I wouldn't. Right. But without a shadow of a doubt, if you're one of these people that videotaped you walking in a church or into a mall and you done did this shit live for the world to see, I walked right in, I pulled a switch right on you. Wouldn't wear a mask, wouldn't lose sleep, would nothing. Bye. See you later. See you in the afterlife. See you in the next life. You got to go. Gone. Next. Bring in the next one. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why there's a death row.
I don't either. They sit on there for years.
I don't understand the whole death row thing. Line them up. You know what I'm saying? one bullet to go through at least 5 of them.
You got the death penalty. You've been convicted by a peer, jury.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look at Saddam Hussein. When they executed him, they walked him out back, spit on him, walked him out to the gallows, and hung him.
Yeah.
I mean, and let the whole world watch it, like a pay-per-view event. That's punishment. That's being executed right there. That ain't no go sit and wait. That's walk you out back. I mean, everybody was, that was kind of bad watching the people spit on, or like Gaddafi. Remember when they would murdered Gaddafi in the street and they're beating him in the head with his own gun?
Oh, Muammar?
Yeah. That was bad to watch. That was pretty brutal. That gun came from Condoleezza Rice as a gift. And they were busting him all in the head with it. He's like, "You're killing me." They were just walking him down the street, whipping his ass. I mean, that's punishment. America, we are soft on crime. We're soft on executing people. We want to be humane. But let me tell you this, there ain't nobody out there taking people's life humanely. No. Right? So and why do they deserve that if they didn't give their victims that? You know?
I know why they do all this shit, but it did take me a while to explain it to you.
I mean, that's a whole bunch of conspiracy behind that, as far as that stuff, you know, but I ain't getting into the conspiracy end of it. I'm just getting into what happened at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's because you got to set examples. And if you don't, then if you see that stuff happening, you're going to go, okay, well, I don't want that to happen to me. Right. Well, most people would. Anybody with common sense would go, okay, you know, I don't want that to happen to me. Like, I honestly believe that we should be able to see what happened to Osama bin Laden, right? I think they should show that, because the next
I don't know if they really did him. I mean, he may be still.
Well, that's another conspiracy. That's another conspiracy story. But I think it sets an example to the next person that thinks they're going to attack America, and you see what happened to him, right? Them not showing that. You can believe this. If it was on their end, they would show them cutting your head off with a rusty butter knife. You know what I'm saying? they didn't care. They didn't even sharpen the machete before they started hacking heads off, and they didn't have no problem showing it. So that, I mean, I'm a fight fire with fire. Okay, you want to chop heads off? Well, watch what we can do. Right? We're gonna be like Pee Wee Herman. We're gonna stab you, then we're gonna harpoon you, then we're gonna tie you up, then we're gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, infinity and beyond. Right? You got it, like hellfire missile done, right? So I mean, you got to fight fire with fire. You can't let people think that there's no punishment for what they do, because every action has a consequence, and the consequence is you mess with Americans, you're going to meet your demise. You kill people, you're going to lose your lives. Now, I don't recommend cutting people's hands off for stealing, because then in America, we wouldn't have nobody. You know, when I went to the store tonight, man, I was shopping for the old people. There was 3 ladies that filled up big laundry bags of stuff, and we were at like TJ Maxx, and walked right out the door while we was in line. And there's an old man there. He was like, "Y'all stop, you're stealing," right? And it just happened to be a sheriff woman there. So she chases these 3 women out the store, but the 3 women, so I'm looking out the window. I didn't even go out and help her, but you know, it ain't my place. I ain't the police, and I don't work for TJ Maxx. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm just watching, and the 3 women that had stole surrounded the sheriff lady, and she was trying to grab the bag from them, and they were like you know, like they were going to hit her. So she was kind of backing up. She ain't the police, because here in our town, sheriffs don't do nothing but serve paperwork. They're not the police.
Kidding.
Right? And this lady was with her daughter. Her daughter was standing beside me in the store looking out the window like, oh, shit. Right? So her daughter was about 14, 15 years old, and she's just standing out there looking at her mom confront these 3 women that are in there stealing. Like, I mean, they actually had laundry bags. Like, you know, the big white bags you carry your laundry into the damn. They didn't even walk out the store with like store bags. They walked out with like full laundry bags. And they took off, and
was the sheriff off duty or something?
Yeah, it was an off-duty sheriff woman.
Did she have a gun?
I didn't see no gun. She didn't ever pull a gun. If she had a gun, she didn't pull it. And even when they were surrounding her out in the parking lot, she didn't pull no weapon. She still tried to snatch the bag from them. And then they jumped in the car, and I guess she took a picture of the license plates, and they took off, and she walked back in the store. So
it's crazy these days.
Yeah, but that's bad because what if them women would have put out a gun and her daughter standing there watching this go down, standing right beside me watching it? Now if they would have attacked the lady, I would have ran out there and helped her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to interfere in it unless there's some type of physical altercation. And there wasn't no blows being thrown. So I didn't feel any need to insert myself into it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, if they'd have started fighting at the door, of course, I'd have broke it up or something. But no, they took it out into the parking lot, and the sheriff lady followed them out there. And I'm sure, she took pictures of them and their tags.
Just remember, Dolly, you got to stay away from the BBs, bullhorns, and baby gates.
Yeah. And I ain't no hero. It ain't, like I said, it wasn't my job to go do any of that. I just stood there and watched it. Now, if they would have started whipping that sheriff lady's ass, I would have helped her. I don't care. I would have helped her.
Yeah.
But she seemed to have it under control as far as, what do you do but take a picture of their plates, call the police, and have the police show up at their house. But I'm sure they stole thousands of dollars worth of shit. I mean, thousands. They had big bags. I'm talking about big laundry bags. And they were all full. 3 big, huge, like Santa Claus bags. And walked right slam out the door.
They're entitled to just take whatever the hell they want.
And there was a man standing there at the counter. He was an older guy. He didn't do nothing.
You're probably instructed to do nothing.
I know. That's probably what it is. They don't want you losing your life confronting a shoplifter. Take a picture of the tags, get them on camera. So, I'm sure that when that sheriff got back in there, they called the police, they pulled the cameras, and the people that were doing that are going to go to jail. They probably got the police on their fucking house right now. You know what I'm saying? Or they went to jail already.
For every crime that you're convicted of, they tattoo something on your forehead, right?
Oh, I mean, that would work if you were thief on them. But these people didn't care. They didn't care who seen them. They walked right out the door. This was 3 women. Walked right out the door with 3 big, dragging the bags. They were that big.
I saw off-duty. No, it was not an off-duty, but this lady, her husband was a police officer. They were getting ready to go on a cruise, and the wife wasn't broke, had a lot of money, but stole a few things, put it in her whatever. Had a baby and using the baby, carriage and everything to stash shit. And the officer comes up, a lady officer, she says, you want to come walk back to the office with me? And she's like, no, I'm not walking back. She could have just went back to the office and, gave the shit back and went on her way. She ended up getting arrested and the whole 9 yards. And then she's like, oh, well, I would have given it back. It's too late.
Yeah, not one worker. The lady didn't even stop ringing PJ up. You know what I'm saying?
This happens all the time.
She said that's the second time they done it. She said this is the second time.
Women.
I guess the same women. Second time they've done it. And I looked at PJ. I said this store has 0 security, 0, like none. Like the workers ain't like none. Like, oh my God, like you're just going to let people just walk, slam out the door. Like, I don't know. I would hire somebody because I would say that hit because I seen the lady, they were in the purse sections and them purses in there go for like, like $100 into like $200. So you probably figured they probably stole thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And
you ever been to one of those banks where they have 2 doors and you're locked in for a little bit in between the 2 doors?
Yeah.
They ought to have something like that, and then just
let you out.
Does not open if you're stealing shit. And
that's how the hobby gas stations are. Like the they kind of lock you in the store. The doors lock, and then they hit a button and let you out the store.
And if the sensor says you're stealing, then the door just, you don't get out.
Yeah, I just, if somebody was in a grocery store and they walked out with some milk and cereal or something, I would say, hey, I'll pay for their shit, but when you stealing, like stealing, like they're going to go sell that for, it could be Christmas presents, but I mean, there's this, whittle something out of wood. I don't know. I don't have zero tolerance for people that steal. I feel sorry for people that are stealing food. Like if I seen you in a grocery store, I wouldn't even tell on you. I ain't even gonna lie. If I seen you in a grocery store getting you a steak and some potatoes, I wouldn't tell on you. I just wouldn't. I'd just be like, man, that person must be hungry. I offered to buy you something. Hey, man, can I get you something, man, so you don't go to jail doing that? But I wouldn't go tell on you. But like far as you stealing, you walking into a designer store and running out with Gucci, yeah, I'd tell on you. I'd be like, yo, dude over there stealing a $2,000 sweater, but far as like, I wouldn't rat on you for if you was in there stealing baby formula for your kid. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man,
these people aren't broke either, because we got farm workers, that pick strawberries and all the berries that we grow here. And they all park on the long dirt road besides the road that I go down out of town to get places. And you see the vehicles they got. There's some nice ass SUVs and nice ass cars, parked there for the strawberry workers.
Yeah.
So they ain't broke.
Yeah.
At least them guys ain't.
Gucci don't count, bro. Look, yeah, like I said, it depends on what you were taking, right? To me, right? Like if you in there, like, if I gotta pay for it, you gotta pay for it. But I understand with prices of food and people hungry, and I would have some lenience for it. And I think most judges in our country would too. Like if you went they caught you for taking something and you went in there and you took some bacon and eggs, you would like, man, I was hungry. Yeah. I think most judges would go.
Time and I got caught very first time.
He said very first time.
Stealing some fishing lures or something like that.
What, as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can see a kid doing something wrong, but we talking about grown ass people that, the people not only that, but when you're doing stuff like that, you're putting other people in danger, around you too. It ain't just a stealing thing. Like what if somebody been walking, they ran them over with a car trying to get away or something like that. It's those things that you're putting the public in danger doing that. And that woman that confronted you, and these three women tried to fight her in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? And if she would have tried to grab one of them, they would have attacked her. So, and she's law enforcement. And I don't know if she showed her badge or she didn't show her badge. But like I said, here in our town, the deputies, sheriffs, they don't have any power really. They run the jails. Now, when they get to jail, they're going to wish they didn't do that shit to that lady because she's going to be at the jail. Because that's what the sheriffs do here. They run our correctional facilities are ran by the sheriffs. The sheriffs only show up with like subpoenas and stuff like that. They don't come and arrest you.
All we have is sheriffs.
Yeah, so we have the police.
Sheriffs, and we're the unwanted stepchild of 3 or 4 different counties. They all come to a point right where we are.
Yeah.
So we got Bay Area counties, we got the Santa Cruz counties, we got San Benito where the Cowboys live, and then we got Monterey where all the bougie people are.
Yeah, like we have the 7 cities here is what they call it. Like we got Chesapeake, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth, Newport News. And like so we have police. The sheriffs, like I said, they at one point they used to have some power way back in the day. Now they ain't got no power. Like they're just like babysit you in jail kind of people. And so yeah, I don't know if she could have even arrested him. I mean, I'm sure she could have like held him there until the police got there. But far as herself, I don't even know if a sheriff could actually arrest you. I mean, some of them carry guns, like they do, like the process server ones that show up for warrants and stuff like that. But usually they show up with the police. They don't show up by themselves. Right. So every run-in I had with the sheriff, it's always been either if they come, if it's arrestable, they show up with the police, and then the police actually physically arrest you. They show up with the warrant though. But yeah, so the lady probably did, she probably said, I'm a sheriff, and they were like, bitch, you better get on. You ain't the police, you know what I'm saying? So, even though, yeah, technically when they go to jail, they're going to wish like I said, that they didn't mess with that Virginia Beach cop. Because then once they get in jail now, you're in there with all her friends,
Yeah.
And they're definitely going to jail. There's just no way they ain't.
I gotta get out of here, Dolly.
All right, you be good, man.
All right, brother.
All right, peace. So, yeah, during the holidays, that's, things are crazy. And, be careful, guys. This is my warning for everybody because I want to give y'all, keep y'all safe. A lot of people get robbed at Christmas time. There's a lot of people out stealing. Just like I said, like I was TJ Maxx, 3 women walked out with big, huge bags. But people are getting robbed in parking lots. This is a real bad time for burglaries, for people breaking in your home when you're not there. This is a bad time for home invasions. Crime is always the highest at Christmas. And people hurting themselves at Christmas is the highest, and breakups. Did you know that? A lot of breakups at Christmas time too. So be careful. If you go to a store, park somewhere that's well lit, people be snatching purses, breaking in cars, because listen, even criminals got kids. They got families. They want to get gifts and stuff for their families, and they don't care if they take your stuff. So when you go to stores, park somewhere well lit, stay safe. If you are going out, try to go out with people with you, right? Especially if you're older, try not to be at these places alone. Don't be pulling out big amounts of money anywhere. If you can, use a debit card, credit card. Don't ever pull out a wad of cash thinking nobody sees you, because look, criminals, that's what they're looking for. They're watching for people that have large amounts of cash or buying high ticket items, right? Because then you know that these people have money. Watch out for Facebook Marketplace scams right now, or going to buy a high price item from somebody on Marketplace, because there's a lot of robberies and murders that take place on Marketplace. I just watched a show on it the other day about people getting robbed from buying things off Marketplace. And I shop off Marketplace all the time, right? I'm one of those people, but you got to be aware of meeting in public places, somewhere safe, well lit, because if you're going to buy something, people know you're bringing money, right? They know you have the money to buy so they'll sell high ticket items for a good deal. And then you're showing up and getting robbed. You got to be really careful of that. So make sure that you verify and go through their Facebook to see who they are and check them out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Before you buy anything from a stranger on Marketplace, especially right now at Christmas. A lot of scams go on at Christmas. A lot of pickpockets, robbers, shoplifters, you name it. They're out there right now. And like I said, they got mouths to feed. They got family to get Christmas for. And where we work and get it honestly, they scam, hustle, and rob to get it. So just be careful. The AI puppy is a scam. Oh, I don't know about the AI puppy, but I'm just saying, I know Christmas time, there's a lot that goes on, a lot of purse snatching, a lot of robberies, a lot of car break-ins too. So if you're going to buy something, make sure you put it in your vehicle and you take it home. Because you go back in the store, these people are looking for stuff like that. They're looking in your cars. They're breaking into cars right now. Christmas time is terrible for crime. It's one of the busiest crime times of the year. And like I said, and there's a lot of people that don't have anybody at Christmas, or they feel like they can't, provide for their families, and they're going through depression. And so if you get a chance to pick somebody up at Christmas, I ain't talking about physically pick them up, I'm talking about spiritually pick them up. do your best to help people, because usually it's the ones that don't appear to have a problem that are the ones that are the worst. Okay. Usually the sad ass people that are crying on you all the time, they'll be okay. They let their emotions. It's the ones that you don't think, you know, are just quiet about it and don't say much. Them are the ones you really got to pay attention to, that something could be going on. Okay. Because the rate of people, you know, hurting themselves around Christmas is the highest of the year. So just pay attention to that, and if be a good soul and be nice to people. And if you see somebody going through some stuff, try to help them out. Okay, that's my final words for the night. Be a good human being. And Dolly loves you. Remember, Dolly Soap's on sale. BuyDollySoap.com. We're working on our own website here soon. We've been selling on Shopify, but Shopify has been charging us ungodly rates. So there may be soon coming up, we may have a new website where we don't go through Shopify, because really Shopify don't sell for us. We promote it and then people go there, and then we got to pay Shopify. So we're probably going to have a website built going into 2026 to where we don't have to pay Shopify a ton of money, because Shopify has been hitting us pretty hard on fees. Okay. So, and we're trying to cut them out if we can. So PJ's dad is probably going to build a site to where it takes credit cards and all that stuff. Obviously, I don't know how to do that. But he's an IT guy, and he's probably going to make the new site. It won't be all flashy or nothing, but it'll serve its purpose and work. So we're probably coming into the new year, probably sometime after January, we'll have a new site up for us. We're going to try to get away from Shopify. But right now, BuyDollySoap.com, half off, promo code Dolly Rocks. We got a little bit of stuff left in stock, and we'll throw some extras in when you purchase stuff this month. Just as nice little gifts. All right. So I will see you guys tomorrow. The mixer worked great. I was able to hear everybody. Maybe I have to go back and listen to it to see how it sounds when I do the replay, but everything seems to be working fine. I didn't really use my samples. All right. It sounds like a whip. Oh, let me check them out real quick. All right. That's a whip. What is this one?
Amazing.
Incredible.
Outstanding.
That is Dolly.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Right. I think he was describing me. I don't know what noise that is. That's a crazy one. All right. What's this one? All right. Somebody laughing. That's how I feel when some of y'all come and call my phone. Okay.
Congratulations. Well done.
Congratulations. Well done.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. It's pretty crazy. Okay. All right. What is this A?
Yes, in 6 simple steps.
Yes, in 6 simple steps. Or whatever the hell that was. I kind of like that one. All right. So I don't know. There must be a way you program these and you can put your own stuff on it. Because this mixer has a lot of stuff. Like there's a pitch, or I can change the
pitch to my voice. Pretty crazy.
What is this one? Let's see.
Hello, anybody out there? This is like a voice changer. Hey.
Let's turn that off. That's a little crazy. What is this one? Hey. That didn't do much. All right. I don't know what that does, but it actually sounds a little better with that. And we got a little bit of reverb here too. Like check one. Check. I'm going to add a little reverb to it. Let's see what this one does. Cut that down a little bit. Hello. All right. I'll play with it a little bit, but I'll have it up and running tomorrow. Get my sound right. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all be good. Stay safe. Dolly loves you. Until next time, peace.